You Africans, please listen to me as Africans. And you non-Africans, listen to me with open mind.
Welcome to the Smiling Sufferer podcast. On the mic, you got the Truth Seeker, aka Courageous. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Oh my god. Stop, please.
Gunshots. On my right, I have Miss Yeti.
Hi.
And I have the spectacular Mr. G.
AKA
I always forget.
Black James Bond.
Black James Bond.
Why he gets spectacular? I didn't get nothing. What's going on here?
When I give you Lady of Laurel, you rejected it.
I'm not Lady of Laurel. I don't own Laurel.
How you guys doing today?
I'm good.
Straight.
It's cold, but I'm good.
What y'all been up to? You guys watch Super Bowl?
Nah.
Yeah, she was boring, man.
It was kind of boring, wasn't it?
I'm glad.
Did you guys even like catch the ads? I still don't remember any of the ads.
The ads are online
It
anyway.
was the one that
before
the
Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl one.
Oh, the football players one, the 100-year one. That was cute.
I don't remember.
I saw it
They were all
online. Everything I
forgettable
saw
to me.
online. I didn't see anything. Oh, I didn't watch the game, so
They were all pretty forgettable to me.
that one was cute. It was all the football players all together.
Yeah.
At a party, tackling each other. No,
I think I remember that one.
and then the Cardi ones are cute too.
Oh, the okra.
I can't do it. I'm not even gonna attempt it. Okay. I can't do it. So. But yeah.
What do you guys think about that song, man? Olamide.
It's cute. It sounds like him.
Strong first effort. What
The
don't
beat
you think?
is similar to that song I played here, that Master KG one, the skeleton move.
Yes.
It's very
It's like
very
the South
similar to
African.
it. Well, that's Olamide, man. He does what he
vibe.
does best. Man.
It's also very similar to Goshewe.
Right. I was gonna say it sounds like him.
I mean, but everyone's hopping on Zanku vibe now, and of course, he can't miss out.
Zanku vibe. So
he's doing well. It's a good song.
let's talk about this Zanku because it's taking over right now.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's the dance now.
Every
the
video.
dance. Oh, right.
We were
right,
at poker last night, Wale and I, and every video, because we usually play like videos in the background. Every video was like some
Zanku
variation of Zanku.
Huh. Can you do it?
I can do it.
He thinks he
Woske.
can. He thinks he can.
Come on, Wale. I was teaching our boy last night. I was even teaching one of our boys
Is
last
that?
night.
I've seen the videos of people doing it. That doesn't look like
I
that.
can do this one, and I can do the leg kick one.
Please.
Yeah, don't break those.
No, break
Yeah,
equipment.
I can
in
do the
here
leg kick
because
one.
I'm trying to dance.
But yeah, what's up with this sound? Who introduced it, Wale?
Is that Zlatan guy now? That's what people have been saying.
Wait, so Zlatan?
He has a song called Legwork,
Yes.
and I think
that's where
that
it's
was
And that was the first Zanku.
I can't say it was the first, but
Like,
I
where's
think
the source?
Isn't it
it's like
Ghanaian?
South African.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
South
South
African,
African.
but like
Oh,
who?
okay.
I guess who introduced it?
I think
to the
he brought
market?
it to the street. The way Olamide does that with Shaku and Shoki, and
He does.
it was already there, but he brought it out to the limelight. So I think Zlatan is the one who like
He does.
decided to bring this one out.
Mm-hmm.
And then
That's the
there's
quickest
a-
way to like be relevant in Nigeria. Just find a dance,
But
and bring it to life.
That Zlatan has been everywhere now.
Everywhere,
He's got that song with Burna Boy.
yeah. It has with the only person doesn't have with is Davido, Woske.
Yeah, he's.
I won't be surprised if they
everywhere.
have something going on.
Do you think he might burn out? Do you think he's like a one-trick pony?
Every time I say it, they always sound harsh, but I think a lot of them, and it's not only Nigerian music, even here, like, think of like New Boys, that had that, teach me how to, it wasn't teach me, what's the New
Teach
Boys?
me how to dug. Teach
Whoever,
me how to dug.
even Soldier, when your main source of, like when your music is like a package where it's a dance and stuff, it fades out because that dance is going to fade away and your music is gone with it.
So you have to have something.
Yeah, you have to have something
But I
else.
think he can spit though. I think he's a pretty decent spitter.
I think so. I mean, so far everything we've heard from him is Zanku dance related. So
Yeah.
we'll see if he moves away from that vibe. I mean, Lil Kesh came out with Shoki, and he's moved away from it. He's lasted, so
Yeah.
But
speaking of trends and vibes, yo, Davido, right down, man. What do you think? I have to admit, I have to eat my words. I have to say here, I doubted him, and I know a lot of people put it on Wale, but I wouldn't lie. I doubted him. I doubted that he could sell O2. He did.
Yes, he did.
congrats.
How did
to
you
him, man.
doubt him? Why?
Because
Davido's big.
Because
you know,
yeah, of course we know he's big, but there was a time where we weren't
So
sure.
why they smirking
So towards the end of the year, it
He
felt
is
like
huge.
things started getting
but I
quiet for
told
him a
you
little
now
bit.
that, okay, so O2
And then now his song fall is rising up the
O2
charts.
is so Davido can sell out O2, Wiz can sell out O2. Pretty think Burna might be able to do it soon.
You think so?
I think he can.
This is my primary reason why, and this is why they do it. And it's not their fault. It's just the default situation with either artist that has done it, either Wiz, Davido, whoever else might do it next. A large percentage of people in that audience are Nigerians. So it ends up almost being like you're doing another Echo Hotel show or, another main show in Nigeria. The only thing is that you're in a venue in the UK because the concentration of Nigerians there a lot.
Yeah.
It's easier for them to travel, the ones that are outside of London.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's like
Do you think he can do Madison Square Garden?
not even.
That's a
Do you know how
lot.
many
I don't
American
think
artists
so.
cannot even do Madison
Madison
Square
Square
Garden?
Look, I
So-
doubted O2,
and
man.
the reason, and this
know.
is why I say, I know this is not even Wisk, nobody, like no African artist can do Madison right now, because the reason is for you to do Madison Square Garden, you need more than Nigerian fans.
People.
And like when I
true.
mean more than Nigerian fans, I don't mean foreigners know my music. I mean they need to die hard for you.
For you and come
I,
and
like
pay
not like
to
they
see
know of
you.
your music. They need to
Yeah.
because here's what's gonna happen, and they did it. They tried to do it with One Africa Fest. One Africa Fest had Whiskey.
So you guys don't think
didn't
Nigerians
sell
can
out
no,
rally
but I
around
went to
Davido?
Barclays. No, it's not Nigeria. I went to
Like
Barclays.
Nigerians in
Oh, that's
America.
Yeah, I went
Not
to
MS,
Barclays
that's
Center,
It's
and
not
it
as
was
big.
not full.
Oh wow.
No lie, whatever they tell you, it was not full. It was a lot of people, but it was not full. And even that, for me to go from the DMV, I know how much stress it was having to drive down to New York, get a hotel in New York, go to the show, go back to my hotel, come back to Maryland. It was like, is it really worth it? So what would happen is if you do Madison, for instance, or Barclays Center or whatever, you're going to get Nigerians in New York, Nigerians in Jersey, Nigerians in maybe
the
Philly,
tri-state
and maybe
area.
DMV.
That's it.
That's it. You don't have enough people
You
in
can
that.
get people to come from Houston.
Guy, to
Who's
travel in
flying?
America is you buy ticket of
If we make
$400.
it, if we make it a whole
Dude, nobody
event,
in England is
and
buying.
if Nigerians
guy,
all
let me
over
tell you
America
something.
rally around it, he
Corey,
can do it.
nobody that went to that.
I'm with Wale on
the
this
the
one.
large percentage of people that went to that show in England, for any of them, they don't pay $400 for plane ticket. Do you know that if you pay $400 for plane tickets in England, you're flying to Rome. Do you
That's
understand?
true.
You're not. So trust me,
If
dude.
we do, if
Dude,
they
there's
decide
nobody
one year,
worth it. Even Coachella, that's
hear me out now.
$1,000.
I can give
They're
you
not
a
going to be a
path.
lot of.
Let me
Do
give
you want to
you
know
a
that
path.
they're not going to be a lot of Nigerians at Coachella, even though they want to be? It's
I
expensive.
understand. But let me give you a path, right, for it to happen. If they decide that they want to do what's the African Nigeria reunion that they do every year, then what if they say, you know what, let's do it in New York, and let's center it around a Davido concert.
Dude, you still have to buy tickets. You still have
Right.
to travel. It's not free.
Yeah, but
The events that come
but
in
we know
Nigeria
people are going to
reunion.
show up for the reunion.
Yes, but it's
anyways.
still not free. They still have to do extra. And then, do you know the amount of money? Those tickets cannot be going for $20.
Right.
Nigeria reunion, people,
Guy,
you people
and forget
think about it, man.
forget all
Start
that
putting
one.
your
And
head
forget
together.
all one.
I'm telling
How
you.
much
You
is
need to-
It can
Nigerian
work.
Union?
I don't think they spend any money. I think
Oh,
you
it's
just go to the
free.
venue.
Oh.
I don't know. I've never
So,
been, but I think you just
you
go.
have to have an incentive.
You have to have an incentive.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not saying. Let me tell you something. I'm not saying. And Drake, who does Madison, and everybody does Madison, you do know that Madison Square Garden is not their only show. They spread out across the states.
Yeah.
Because even they know that
Not
everybody's
all
going
the
to
way
fly from the West Coast
Texas to
to come
see
to
me.
even, and that's the big artist. And that's the problem is that but they have a large volume of people concentrated in the East Coast that can make the trip. Unfortunately, our music is getting there.
I was gonna
But
say
we
we're
need-
not there
Getting
yet.
there.
We
Sure.
need
Get
so
in there.
and this is no shade to David. I know he wants to do it, and I'm just saying not for it to do it, and it's him with anybody. We have to have our music. Fans have to non-Nigerians have to ride or die with it, because
There.
England works.
We're getting there.
England works because and some people might be saying, oh no, I saw some white people in the crowd. Of course, you're going to see low foreigners, but a large concentration of the people there
Okay.
are Nigerian.
Fair. So what did you think about the performance? Did you get?
I
get
didn't.
to
I
watch
saw
it?
the
It
intro.
looked
Intro looked good.
From the little clips I saw.
Yeah, the intro looked good.
With the thing floating, I
Yeah,
could
he
tell
came
my
out on
man
top
was
of
scared,
this
man,
thing.
because I got him. Normally, Davido is always jumping, doing
all
that.
over
The guy
his
was
stage
still,
once
man. But the
to
intro was
spot.
good. The composers, he uses the composers every time.
Yeah,
They
there
do
was
a good
band.
job.
There was a really
that's the
really
band. They call the
rocking band.
composers.
That's what they call
Wiz
them?
used them. A lot of them have used them.
I've heard from a
Yeah,
couple
they
people,
travel.
though.
I think a foreign band.
Are they-
I think some big guy out here too has probably used them before.
Are they Africans?
Yeah, I think they're African. You know how they're called the composers.
The composers.
Yeah, I know
Okay,
they went
alright.
with Wiz to like.
But have you heard from someone that actually went?
I heard he was an hour and a half late for the show.
Of course. Nigeria. Wow.
I don't know how true that is, but I heard it was an hour and a half.
But someone that's been to the
And-
other
and
shows
I
were
think
saying that
yeah.
he's not that good live. Like he's not.
So,
as
okay.
good.
So the intro was.
Like,
was
So
nice.
this is my
Was-
take on concerts.
He started with
And
Aye, right?
I've had that take. The only two people I'll go and see there perform live is Woske and Davido and Burna Boy.
Yeah.
Burna Boy actually is the one the most. Wiz knows how to rock with the crowd.
Right.
Yeah.
Davido's own is always too many people on stage. He's always shouting, always
Yeah,
jumping. But
yeah.
he knew this was a big show, so
He
none
knew
of
that.
his hype men they came at the end, which is fine.
Yeah.
But like the stage was only the composers on stage, but I think eventually he switched to DJ. I don't know if that was at the end because I saw the closing clip, last few performances, and it was like his regular shit. But
Okay.
the intro, I liked it.
Right. I saw that.
It was the band. He did something different,
Right.
and he knew he had to do something different. How the rest of the show went, I don't
You
know.
don't know. Right.
But it looked good from that intro. It's on YouTube. That's why I saw it. It looked good.
There was some of the performances that, like some of the other performances.
I think I saw
that-
Gunlin, Russ's Gunlin, the guy in England, his performance. That was good too. 'Cause
They
British
said
guys like
Popcorn
him.
had to rush through.
Popcorn,
his own
yes.
set
Someone was
because,
tweeting about him rushing
Popcorn
to it.
came
Yeah.
after Davido.
And because
Because Popcorn and Davido, yeah. So I think they said Popcorn rushed to his set. But I wouldn't fault him for. I remember back, and I don't want to keep name dropping One Africa, but I remember when they did it in England last time. The 2 times I think they've done it there, they've turned off the light on them.
Wow, we like
And I remember Jadena
Come
was
on.
really going on about, you guys, this is not a hotel. We can't be doing this thing where you come out at 1 a.m. So I think that mentality, and
We
this
need
is
to
not only a
change
shit
that.
to Davido, this goes to Wizkid too. I
All
mean,
of them.
Wizkid didn't
Burna
show
Boy
up
too, apparently.
for shows
Same
last
thing.
year in the US. I mean, 2 years ago in the US,
Olamide
last
too.
year. So a lot of them, Olamide too, I've seen Olamide's one. There was one that he did.
And some girl was so upset,
No,
right?
there's not even that. There's one he did in Maryland. First of all, on Olamide's show, and that's why I always keep saying like he's just kind of there. He's not getting a proper venue. First of all, in the US, Olamide is getting like a hall where people do.
Come
No,
on.
not
Yes,
the
now
small hall. He's
that's
getting
one
a
in
hall.
The one in Maryland
Guy is
was
getting
a
a hall,
The
man.
one
Guy
that
was
I wanted to
there.
go.
Guy
It
was
was
there.
a
He's getting
hall.
a hall, yes.
Like they do parties.
Yeah, like they do where they do
Yeah,
parties.
I
You
wanted
get
to
to
go
a
to
hall,
it,
like they'll
but
divide
I
it.
didn't
Get
go
a.
at last
Do
minute.
you remember that time we went to Nice concert back then? That Marco was being a groupie.
I remember that.
Out my guy.
But you remember that? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why I sent you the picture of that 10-year challenge. Now that's what
Yeah,
it was.
I
Yeah, do you
remember.
know how that place was? That's how it was for.
No, but that was a dingy asshole.
No,
But
but that's
yeah, but this
that-
one
that was a very,
that one
very
was
nasty
but
looking
those
hall.
kind of
That's
venues
kind of hall he was
and
getting, or he
because
got.
his
I
crowd
was
his
gonna
crowd
go.
his crowd is not his crowd, and I know his crowd a lot more
And was
older
this
people.
2018?
No, this was like
2 years ago.
2 years ago. So
But I think.
But anyways,
he's raised his profile a bit
That's
since
all I'm
then,
doing.
now.
But
Yeah, I
anyways,
know.
so what I was saying was, so I don't want to give too much, but I ended up being at the hotel with a friend who, an associate of his people, a friend of
Yeah.
was friend of whatever. So we were going to the show, and me and my guy was like, "Oh, you know somebody?" Anyway, Sha stopped there, and because he knew other people that were staying, they were supposed to be doing the events with him, so they were in a hotel. And I think the show was supposed to start at 9. I think we got to the hotel at like maybe 8:30.
Yeah.
We didn't leave the hotel till like midnight for us to just go to venue. And Olamide probably didn't get there for like an hour and a half after we got there.
That's terrible.
Leaving the same hotel. I didn't see him in the hotel, but I know some people were like, yeah, he's in his room doing this or that. And I was like, what's the point?
But
Now, I don't know if it's the promoters. I don't know if it's them just being like, look, free me, I'll do when I want to do it. But at some point, they need to understand. this
America
thing
does
is-
not play that.
Yes, and that's what happened with O2. I used to feel bad for Banky. It would be begging people. There was the one they did with the one Africa they did one time in England. Tiwa Savage had to walk off her set
Oh, wow.
because they were really like, she really just like towards the end of her set, just her dancers were still dancing. And Banky had to come and be like, okay, I think she's left the stage. So the dancers could leave. he had to pull Valz aside to kind of apologize to him. Jidena was ranting about how he didn't get to perform. Nigerian artists had to change. They have to change about this.
We can do better.
You shouted about how you want to sell out, how
We can do better.
haters are, everybody's doubting you. You get the platform, you can't be late.
I hope Mr. Easy's concert
can't be
coming
late.
up isn't like that. Ja. You know, Mr. Eazy has a concert
But
coming up
in
here.
Fillmore
Yeah.
does not play that. They
Are
will
you going?
shut
Are
you
you
down.
going?
No, I'm not going.
You guys
They
should
will
come
shut
now. I
you
think
down
Fillmore-
at the
Fillmore-
right
So Wale, are you
time.
coming? It's
I
only.
haven't
It's not the
decided yet.
tickets aren't that expensive.
It's
now,
not about
27.
tickets. So as much as I ride or die
Let's go and
for
do
Eazy,
research, man.
I-
Podcast research.
So
Yeah, y'all
I
can go.
I
Report
ride or
back.
die. I ride for I ride for Eazy, but
You ain't dying for
there's
him.
like I just mentioned only two people I
that will go
usually
see
that I
person.
would
I'm sorry.
feel like they're worth.
For
I
those
like
wondering,
him.
by the way, he's supposed to be at the Fillmore on the 27th of March.
I like him, but not
And
that much.
Whiskey is supposed to be at Broccoli Fest.
And I think,
Yeah,
and
I saw
think
that. I actually
so-
want to go. You getting tickets to that?
Yeah,
you
that's
can look
the one
up
I want to get
tickets.
tickets
for.
You
If
can
you
look
get,
up
please let me know.
tickets at
Broccoli Fest.
Live Nation. I didn't even know I'm doing all this promotion. No one is
No,
paying
Easy
you.
for Easy.
Nobody's paying me.
You know what? I most likely will go.
I want if anyone is around and is looking for
I
something
most
to
likely
do, that
will
might
go.
be a good
I
look.
most likely will go.
I'm going,
I haven't
so-
seen his shows live. I've seen videos.
At the
It
Fillmore
looks
Silver Spring.
like it's pretty cool.
If you're listening, Easy, come on time because Fillmore does not play. They will shut
I don't
you
know. I
down.
don't think Easy. Easy.
Okay.
One thing I give Easy for is his team. They
Okay,
do
good.
a good job in
Okay.
terms of his branding. Like the guy's like branding is like Easy be there in England at Fendi like launch and stuff like that. He be getting
Okay,
exclusive.
good
Like
for him.
they've packaged him, and I think his team are very very serious too with things like that. I don't think
Good.
they
I'm
play
happy to hear
with
that.
stuff like that. So I think
Alright,
he's
that's what's
fine. I
up.
think he'll be fine. Yeah.
Okay.
You
What's
know,
up? I'm looking forward to it.
I might go. I've not decided.
I'm looking forward to it. What else happened in Afrobeat? Our boy dropped a video for Madu. Look at me, baby.
Oh, what was his name?
Call me Zaddy. Yo, it's so funny how the people that we picked that might be having good years, they're doing pretty well so far. Well, we picked Tenny, we picked Kiz,
Yeah.
we picked Falls, and all three of them have put out music. Well, they put out either
Falz.
music, Falz,
They
either
keep
music
saying Falz.
or videos, and they've been staying very relevant. I'm kind of keeping my fingers crossed for three of them. I like all three artists. What else? What else do I have here? Yeah, so I think Davido is off to a really great start.
I think so.
I think he's off to a really, really great
I
start.
think
And I
so.
think I commend him for selling out the O2. It's, when you sell out the O2, that headline itself gets you more attention from certain places. Like it puts you on another. Are you guys listening?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It puts you on. I feel like it puts you on another level of awareness. That okay, and that hopefully that only opens the door for him. And if it opens more doors for him, it opens more doors for Afrobeat. And that's really what I'm all about here, man. I want our music to get to get on the airwaves over here.
Well, I listen to the Breakfast Club every morning on my way to work, and they've been playing Fall Davido every morning
They
at
have?
8:25 every
Wow,
morning.
I'm telling you, man.
They play it.
I'm telling you.
It's like I took a screenshot of every time they played it. I was like, okay.
It's so funny. The song has been out for almost 2 years now. And I went back and I watched the video and I was like, this video was actually pretty good. I mean, back then it looked corny, but then I look back now and I'm like, this was actually a very, very nice, well thought out
it's a
video.
nice-
It's
Well, I
the one
don't-
where
I don't
he's
remember
in
the
the
video.
limo with his girl, they're
Oh,
fighting.
yeah,
The 10
And
days
then
in a
he
Rolls.
takes a
I
walk.
think it's a Rolls Royce.
Yeah, he takes a walk and then he sees
the
some
other
girl
girl.
dancing and then he starts.
I saw a reaction to it. So sometimes I like to watch reaction videos.
Mm-hmm.
How because it's actually a huge market now where foreigners react to
I've seen a
and
couple
they've
of
started
Millions of views.
and what they started doing is they've actually left like they focus on Afrobeat. And like some of them is even one like he even has a playlist now.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, yo, he's like, dude, this is going on my playlist, like, and like some of songs he will even tell you himself truthfully that this one no one requested it. I just found it myself. You get. And one of them he did it with his mom and they did Davido Fall. And they loved it.
Oh, nice.
They loved it. They were trying to understand what's going on. They did If also. They liked it. I trying to, I don't know. The song is very, very, the others, Burna Wiz, their songs can more blend with the Caribbean
Right.
sound more.
Right.
So sometimes, because even the same guy did Soccer video reaction and when he was listening to it, he was like, I've heard this before. And I was like, oh snap, it's on my Caribbean playlist.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know it was, so those ones can kind of, I guess, this 4 is like the most authentic sound
African
Afrobeat sound to them, and that's what Davido does well. He will stay with his authenticity, authenticity. He will stay with it, and I give him kudos for that. He's not as versatile as the rest of them, and the rest of them, because even they try to force him to do like reggae one time, a dancehall, that Bagbeoshi song, and it didn't do well. So he's not as versatile in that manner, and that could be a good thing and a bad thing too. It's a good thing for him now because now he's giving them the pure Afrobeat they like, and that's why I follow doing it. And what's going to happen is Davido will keep dropping his Davido type music, and it will keep opening more doors for him. So I would say he's one kind of flag now of Afrobeat in the States.
I'm sorry, Yeti. So, and is there anyone else we should be watching out for 2019? Anyone new?
2019 just started.
Any new sound, Yeti? Nothing?
No. I've just been listening to my Tenny.
Tenny?
Yeah.
You're a really big Tenny fan, aren't you?
I love her. I've been watching her YouTube videos since before everyone even knew who she was.
No, you weren't.
I
put you on. I put y'all on.
All right.
I put y'all on the thread.
Remember
when I told you I discovered this girl that can sing?
Did you know her YouTube
I put
page?
y'all on.
Did you know her that
And
she even had a YouTube page?
After that.
Well, I'm not arguing with you.
It wasn't until after that.
Think what you want to think. But
You're just trying to take credit.
Right. Whatever.
No, but Tenny's great, man. Tenny's awesome.
The only never mind. I'm not gonna.
No. Go there.
What's the only one?
Go there.
What's the only stuff?
I wish she would get a stylist. I mean, I like her masculine look. I actually love that. She doesn't care, but they're cute boy looks. You can go for.
Yeah.
Like, look at the young MA. I love what she looks like.
There are.
You can be more streamlined and stuff.
Look at Yeti. Yeti was she didn't want to touch that.
I didn't want to. I mean, I like her. I don't want to clothing shame her or whatever.
I would say I'm kind of over the whole durag thing though.
That especially.
I'm kind of over
that.
But hey, do you, man?
Why your face like that?
Do you?
I was decided to dissect.
I like this your jacket too. Where did you get it from?
Don't worry about it.
Dissect what?
I decided to dissect.
He gave us these jackets.
Dissect.
You finally
he's talk. Let him finish what he's gonna say.
He finally gave up that. Remember that flower jacket?
He
finally gave that one up.
But
although he wanted to poke out last night again. I was telling myself I want to burn this sweater. I want to burn it.
Leave my roses, man.
The guy he came, he said, oh, that is his good luck sweater. I'm like,
okay.
Fuck out of here.
Everybody has their own good luck charm now.
So how much good luck did he bring you?
I didn't live with a loss. I left with a profit.
So y'all actually make money?
Like $5.
You don't need to know how much, but it was a profit.
So do y'all actually?
How much did you leave with yesterday? Tell them, huh? Tell them. 0.
It's light work.
Anyway,
It's nothing.
You're about to dissect what?
I haven't started dissecting her fashion. I'm still on
your girl,
Simi. So
Yo, it's so funny how Wale and I wore jerseys. We don't plan this shit.
My team won today. So.
3-0.
Yes, I gotta rep that.
Well, because you guys beat the 19th place Fulham.
It don't matter.
Maybe we hear what, Jerry.
But yeah, I have to do one at a time.
Okay, so you're done with Simi yet? No.
Well, Simi's on a honeymoon.
Marriage glow thing right now.
Not my marriage goals.
I said her marriage glow.
Her marriage goals. Yeah, she on a honeymoon right now. I saw a video of her and Adekunle where she was trying to clown
him.
Yeah. And somebody was like, "Oh, if you don't think this is so cute, something wrong with you." I'm like, "Nigga, what the fuck? Like this."
I mean, that's them.
I know, but like, why are you trying to force it on us? Like, not them. Like the people that are like trying to be like, "Oh, they look so cute." Like, what?
I mean, they're cute. They're a cute couple.
Yo, so let's switch gears for a second here. You guys have any Valentine's plans?
No.
Day of Lovers?
Can't be giving out your plans to public now. Come on.
Nothing.
We don't do anything for Valentine's Day.
Why?
It's a sacred.
Yes, you be feeling too. You guys sometimes be feeling too cool for like certain things.
No.
Like,
we
cool
never
do.
We do stuff.
I was asking you guys the other day if you guys have couple goals, and you're like, no, who has couple goals?
Yeah, who dumbass people?
Like, you guys be feeling way too cool for yourselves,
It's not
man.
about feeling too cool. We don't need a date to.
So now you're too
how
cool
we
for
love
Valentine's?
each other or whatever.
Cool.
We love each other regardless.
As in, do you understand?
Like, we go to dinner when we want to go to dinner.
You
We
guys
don't
are
need.
such Nigerians.
No. He sends me flowers to work randomly. I don't need a day for you to send it or whatever. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah, but it's still the day for lovers. It's always nice to market.
If you need one day
every
to
day is supposed to be a day for lovers.
Tell him.
No,
can't be doing it
there's
once
some
a-
days for
one day.
fights. There's some days for fights.
Every day should be a day for lovers.
There's some days for fights.
Nah. So what are you doing for Valentine's Day?
I
Mr.
think we're just
Day
gonna,
of Lovers.
we have like I think we have dinner planned.
Okay, that's cute.
about it, but nothing too
yeah,
major.
Is this your first Valentine's Day together?
Yes.
Oh,
Which restaurant
that's
you go to?
why.
I don't know yet.
Who
So
picked the
it's-
restaurant?
Is this Igloo restaurant?
Where is that?
You ever heard
That
of
one
it?
that you dress up.
I know. I don't think you dress up, but it's like a
it the one
real.
that's
It's like
ice?
a real igloo.
Is it the one that's ice
Oh.
that they cover you up? Oh no,
Ice.
that was a club. There's like a place that's
No,
like
no, this one is
ice.
like a real igloo, and you go
Where
there.
is it? In Baltimore?
It's in DC. You go there, and it's like a real igloo and shit.
Is it cold inside there?
Yes,
You
So
have
they
to
give
wear-
you warm.
I guess I don't know.
Maybe
I
that's
thought it was
one.
supposed to be.
There was
it
one I
looks
saw
a
that is
real
like
igloo.
ice. That everything is made of ice, and they give you. I was like, man, that's some. Why do I want to go and
And suffer
Suffer
in,
myself
in
with
the
that.
cold.
Oh,
it's in the
my
Watergate Hotel.
I guess.
Oh.
my Valentine's Day is a surprise.
Oh, it is?
Can't be giving it out on air.
No, okay, I feel you.
Do you understand?
I feel you.
Yeah.
Is it even on a weekday or weekend?
It's a
Thursday, but you can always do something on a Friday.
You don't even know the date.
I don't know the
It's
day.
a
We
Thursday.
don't.
Gosh, you guys need to.
We do stuff. We're probably gonna do something.
So he sends
but
flowers randomly.
yeah, like
That's nice. That's cool.
it's not a.
You know how many guys are going to receive boxers and t-shirts?
I said, babes, man,
Oh,
babes,
God.
babes. They get away with so
They
much.
get away with it, man.
But
They
then
give
they-
boxers, t-shirt, and pussy. That's it.
Hey, hey.
I'm serious. Like, and guys,
But that shouldn't
Pretty
be a
much.
present.
Pretty
What?
much, yeah, pretty much.
And you're good with that? You get it anyway. So why should it be different?
I'm not saying that's what I get. I'm just saying that's like the general consensus with what
Boxers and t-shirts.
boxers and t-shirts, singlets, no t-shirts. That's singlets.
I know, but some babes
No,
go
some babes
above.
go above. No,
yeah,
I've
but
never on the average. That's why I said the general consensus that I see.
Yeah.
I've never gotten t-shirt.
Do
and
you ever
boxers
go
on
all out,
Valentine's
Yeti?
Day.
For Valentine's Day?
Oh no,
In
no,
the-
no.
just
generally,
presents.
In terms
Yeah,
of gift
yeah.
giving,
Well, I usually get him. I know it's terrible, practical stuff that he actually needs.
like boxers. And
No.
t-shirts?
No, like this Christmas, I got him. I got him some Chelsea boots
Okay.
and then a couple of shirts and stuff, work shirts and all that.
Okay.
And,
Cool.
and some kind of designer jacket, like a blazer kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So practical stuff. I know we're such an old
Old
mommy and daddy couple, but I need to. I'm not gonna think about it. I need to actually do something
Yo, I ain't even going
different,
front.
not practical.
In fact, I need to remind my girl. Because the last set of boxers she got me,
That's what you got?
I haven't been able to wear any other boxers because they feel so.
No. I love boxers.
They feel so good.
Like I'm not even shaming
but
it.
the thing is, she gets them from Costco, and you have to be a member.
Oh,
Oh,
So I'm just like, 'cause,
wait, what brand?
they're like these Calvin Kleins.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
But the material is
Same
it
one.
just feels
They're
different.
no boxers. They're briefs.
Yeah. Sorry, they're briefs.
Yeah,
but
I get it too.
and I usually wear briefs, but
No,
these
they feel
briefs,
different. Trust me.
They just feel.
Guy, I have the same shit, and like I love it.
I'm
Like
like,
no,
yo,
I
you
one
need
day
to go back to
I
Costco
tweeted
and get me
about
some
it. I
more.
was like, yo. To be frank, I fuck with those boxers. And then one guy was like, "Okay, pick me." I was like, "I'm not even lying, man. Like, if you wear this shit,
Yo, for
like,
real.
no jokes, man. Like, and it's like essential because you need it every day. You need boxers.
I went
every
to
day,
Costco the
you
other
know?
day. Now I was going to go and get me some. And
You
then
need it every day.
my
so
girl
it's
was like, "Oh, you're not a member." I was like, "Damn it!"
Well, is
I'm
she a
actually
member?
like 60
you can
bucks.
use her.
Actually,
like
Never
60
mind. You
bucks.
can use her card technically.
Oh, like I can call them and
No. Just hold on to the card and pay when you get there. Is her
Oh.
picture on the thing?
No, she's supposed to get me. I told her to get me a new set because I love them as many as possible. Because
That's
I
the
want to
best
get rid
place
of
to
my
shop.
old box. I don't like wearing my old boxers anymore.
Yeah.
But why
I'm
are
not
we
trash
waiting
emptiness.
for Valentine's Day to buy you boxers?
No, I'm not
Like,
No, it's not
Valentine's
Valentine's
Day.
Day.
Okay,
It's just
okay,
like
that's
regular.
regular.
Yeah. On the regs, yeah. On the
Regular.
regular, yeah.
No, my babe takes care of
That's
it.
why I was like,
Oh,
when
my
I was
babe-
like,
my babe
I'm
takes
not
care
lying.
of
Boxers, I be getting good boxers, so I don't.
But it shouldn't be a Valentine's
It's
Day
not a
present.
Valentine's Day
Okay,
gift. No,
okay.
it's
No.
just
Alright.
boxers. You know.
Yeah, if I
just-
see it and I think of you, I just get it.
You know, remember in Naija, Valentine's Day? Well, you
I was
didn't really
young.
grow up in
I
Naija.
see.
yeah.
In Naija, Valentine's Day,
explain- oh, yeah,
you
what
would
happened?
You will
spend.
spend money.
Some people will go and steal money from
Yes,
their
from
their
parents.
parents.
No, this was
and
like
then
a
everybody
normal
will be
thing.
everybody now be looking. You'll be hearing about
You
your
had to
guy
go
that
all
that
out.
bought shoe, bought card, but and then funny thing, sorry, so speaking of back then, I saw this tweet recently that reminded me of back then, where like there's a picture of a guy who like he was laying on his bed, his back on his bed, his legs were against the wall, and like it was like the vacuum was like it was vacuuming the wall, and it was on the phone. And somebody captioned it like, what would you have done if I kissed you? And I was like, that was in high school. That was the coverage. That was literally the focus in high school. Like you would find yourself in awkward positions.
Very weird.
On the phone.
That's how you know the conversations are good. When you're in some random corner talking still.
Your boys will come look at you. You're there for
hours
talking
on the phone. Yeah, you're there for hours.
Good times.
You're like, I go away, Joe. You be doing all thing. You open the fridge like 10 times. Close
Good
it.
memories.
Yeah, well, that's just what reminded me of.
So did you do Valentine's?
Oh yeah, I did. I had this high school sweetheart that I did Valentine's for. I did it just once. I did the whole Valentine thing once. I think it was like my final year. But I never stole money or anything like that. But back then it was like
steal money.
Here's the thing, like in Nigeria, there's a huge gift giving culture.
Yeah,
like, you don't just
it's
give
the norm.
Regular
gifts.
It's
the norm.
Like,
you know how many girls
above,
are waiting.
If you're getting babes a gift.
Yeah.
If you get a girl a whack gift, right, and another guy gets her something better, the chances are she's not gonna mess with you.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
It's high chances.
It's the norm. It's in the society. So
and to some extent, I feel like it's transactional.
So we're buying your love, basically.
Yes.
But it's the norm. So it's like as a guy, you don't see anything, and as you don't see anything wrong with you have to buy babes gift, and that's why the girls feel
entitled.
A lot of girls don't and when I say a lot, because I don't even care if you guys get mad, but if you know it's not you, it's not you. But like a lot of girls, at least in Nigeria, Nigerian girls in Nigeria, don't take care of their men with things outside of like
cooking and
maybe or stuff like
cooking,
that.
They do all the traditional stuff.
They don't necessarily spend money on them. They don't necessarily treat them out.
But you also have to admit, men. That's why when men buy their way into love, they kind of it's almost like they treat their girls like property.
Yeah, they feel entitled. Yes,
it's kind of like a toxic situation.
And I think it comes from
the man feels like he's ready.
I'm buying
and that
you,
comes
basically.
from
you belong to me.
It comes from a long line of how they were conditioned.
Yes.
But you see, it's that's where the likes of stuff like bride price and everything. So it comes from a lot of I one day sat down somewhere and thought about it and said, unfortunately, it messes up with their mindset too, because in general too, and I'm not, when I say general, I don't mean, because let's forget it. You can say, oh, me and my girls and everything. You guys are still like in the 1% or 2%. But in average, a Nigerian man does better than a Nigerian woman.
Yes.
Right.
And that's because his thing is not even necessarily ambition. It's necessarily, man, if I don't make money, I'm not getting a girl. I can't do anything. Like everyone expects me to make money.
But I wouldn't necessarily say that's necessarily a socialization. That's more nature. Like from time, men have had to come up with ways where we compete with each other to
if it's
mate.
nature, then it should apply all
To an
over to
extent.
men all over the place.
So it's dry.
But it's just that some men do it more.
That's why people do
more.
things, and people look at anyways the way. Some people look at it like, well, as long as I'm making, and that's why they do illegal means and other means. But
just
it's
so
because
they can impress people.
their mind, it's not driven from ambition. Being rich for them is not driven from. It's driven from necessity. It's driven from, man, in the environment where I am as a broke guy, and I would even see the tweets where, and it might be banned, but it's the truth, where girls will be like, yo, don't stay with a guy that is up and coming, go and stay. And that's the truth. You see a girl, this is my ideology. You see a girl say, I can't marry a broke guy. Everybody wants something good, that's fine. And, you see her, but then I used to ask myself and say, okay, so let's look at the situation between you and a guy your age, mate. You guys went to the same primary schools. You guys went to the same secondary schools. You guys went to the same university, and he's out here looking for a job the way you are. But your expectations from him,
and that's why Nigerian girls don't
different.
date guys their age.
It's different. Yes, it's different from
older though.
And we can say, sure, people can say, oh man, there's a pay gap, but the pay gap is not that much where you're expecting someone in your same level to be doing times 10. Yes, what like would you?
When you're not
and then
it's
stuff
funny,
like that.
I'll tell you. I'll give you one anecdote, right? One of my boys, I remember there was this girl that he liked. Like he was obsessed with this girl. Like that's all he talked about. and I would come, like I would go see him like back home, and he'll talk about this and that, and I'm like, wait, does she know that you like her? He's like, no. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, so you guys hang out, you do all this stuff, she doesn't know any of this shit? He's like, no. I'm like, why? He's like, my money never reach now. I'm like,
No,
what do you mean? He's like, no, that kind of girl that,
dude.
It was almost like he was
There's a lot of girls that are going to be shaking and, that was and shouting.
And it's not like this guy doesn't get babes. So he gets babes. He just felt like that one was just too much.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something I noticed. There are going to be a lot of girls be like, no, you guys are lying. It's a lie. I do this. But let me tell you the truth of this matter. Nobody knows more of girls' behaviors than men. The same way nobody knows more of guys' behavior than women. Let's call it split. Because what you know is
we have some insights.
I know, yes. I can react as a man based on me, my friends. All of us, we're very similar in mindset. So I can react, but you can say, okay, no, this one, he can't, we won't talk to a girl like that. You won't treat a girl like that. But a girl who has 10 different guys trying to holler at her, she has 10 different spectrums, a nice range
up to pick from,
to see, not even pick from, to experience. She
can see the whole spectrum,
of men, how they're coming at her.
Economic spectrum.
Do you understand? As a guy, the same thing. If you're talking to different girls, you will see, like, you will know the girls. You will know really how girls are. You will know, like, I remember there was a point where, like, a long time ago, I think it was in England or something. I was with some people, and like, a guy would ask a girl, like it was a girl, one of my guys with a girl and her friends and everything. I was asking like about her friend, and she was like, oh, she has a boyfriend. And I was like, so? And she was like, no, my friend would never do such a thing. We don't do such blah, blah. But I would tell you that guy did bag that girl.
Even though she had a boyfriend.
And the friend did not know, because even to her friend, she was lying. Aww. So do you understand what I'm saying? Like he and to her, and you might say, oh, that's not a friend. No, it really is a friend.
So you guys know that's part of why polygamy is illegal in a lot of Western countries, right? Because people realize that if you made polygamy so socially acceptable, then the poor guys don't have a chance.
So everybody take the babes. So
I don't know about
okay,
that.
so I don't know. But so let me tell you. So here's the thing. So I look at and conditions.
Polygamists in America are not rich men.
No. Okay. So
yes, they are.
No, even in Nigeria, there are a lot of guys. There are a lot of dudes. There are a lot of drivers.
But what I'm saying is
that have multiple wives now. There are a lot of mechanics that have.
Thank you. There are mechanics and like people. It doesn't mean they're rich.
But for some of them, it's just illiteracy, because they just want to be knocking, and they want to just know that they can knock.
They feel like it's their right to do. Like,
so and like, things are changing, but like the problem is when we don't look into the cause of these things, we tend to, I'm not attacking, but it's like I used to use the word condition, but this is how they're raised.
Yeah,
is to expect,
we're socialized to expect
that a guy,
things,
as a guy, this is what you're supposed to do. And the problem is that with that, it puts pressure on a guy. And with that, it takes away ambition from a girl, because a girl can be hustling and be like, at the end of the day, I'm a rich guy. She can be hustling, and then a rich guy comes her way and she'll be like, F this, let me go that guy's way.
Well, I don't know.
I get distracted.
So I would argue that I would argue that the reason why people are socialized in certain ways is because of how the society is built already to be.
Yes, that's how the society was built. That's why, and people are standing up, but we should not forget that a lot of these people that are standing up are still a minority in percentage. A lot of this Twitter people are still minority, because for every
I think
one girl who comes out,
I think the more economically equal we are,
get,
okay, so
better. Right.
So there's still there's a case I've been trying to follow. I was mentioning yesterday about this rape thing that happened in Nigeria. So supposedly, well, don't let me use the word supposedly. Well, actually, I have to still use the word supposedly, because I mean, there's proof, but I haven't seen it. And secondly, I heard rumors like the guy was released, but I don't know how true it is. But it looks like he did it, and I don't want to pass.
Wait, didn't they record it?
Anyways, okay. So I see a story saying, a girl was raped, and she told her brother. She was raped by 2 people.
Yeah,
and she told her brother.
And they recorded it.
So the brother, no questions asked, as you should, got the police involved to get the guys. So it turns out, from the story that came out, I think it might be, I don't know if it was an official police report, but the story that definitely came out was they drugged her. One of them's father owns an hotel, and they drugged her, they raped her, and they recorded it.
Oh wow.
Now they're saying the recording was found on the phone. So, and if that's the case, I don't know why they should be free.
Right.
You know, that's
well,
why I was
know
like,
why. Nigeria
but okay,
now.
true.
Maybe
so,
they posted bill.
Based
Oh,
on
the
so
average
based on
fathers,
based on
that's all
that,
it
but I don't
takes.
think somebody said they put on that statement as saying they're not free. But based on that initial evidence that I saw, and I want to assume it's valid because I haven't heard or seen anything otherwise, then obviously supposedly shouldn't be the word. But
Wait, so the video isn't out or anything?
nobody has seen the
No.
video. That's the problem. But police say, I think police.
There's a video.
So I don't, there's a video. So this is why I'm threading lightly on this, because I haven't. Okay, I give you that whole social. I've taken break off social media, so I haven't been on like Insta blogging. So I've been seeing these things piece by piece.
Yeah.
But from what I think, I don't even know who put out the statement. But from what I think I saw, it was probably a credible source saying the police did have her. So let's say the police do have her. There's a video.
Yeah.
So the boys were arrested, and one of them's father supposedly was a hotel, and I think they probably were on bail or something. I don't even know.
But there was a video, right?
But
Talk about that video.
There was another video where I think the police went to get the boys from the hotel.
There was two of
But
them.
there was something I heard in the background that was very shocking. Was a girl saying that boy had once come into her room. He used the master key to open the room. And when she asked him what he was doing here, he said, my father owns this hotel. I can do whatever I want. That nigga guilty to me if you can do stuff like that. But anyways, where I'm going to is, with this still going on, I still see guys and girls still saying it's the girl's fault. I still see guys,
I'm not
and with the
surprised.
guys, I can
I'm
kind
not
of
surprised.
That is the girl's fault, but why?
no,
But
with
why
the
would it
guys,
be?
with the guys, I can kind of I'm not surprised because there's still a lot of entitled and I use
I'm
the
not surprised
word
the girls
I use the
either.
word I don't want to say literacy, but exposure. When you're confined in your environment, they're still confined under that whole.
No,
Why are you going
that's
out?
not true, because in America, as exposed as they are, they still say they think the
Okay,
same
so
way.
wait, but
It's
anyway,
not-
yeah.
it's
So
just
but
the way
but I
people
saw a
think.
guy.
When you say they think the same way,
So
That
the
it's a girl's fault when she gets raped.
so the
But
guy
who
the guy
thinks
said.
that?
Americans, I've heard of rape cases where they blame the girls as well, no matter what. There was a judge.
I think it depends on each individual case, though.
And that's what I
But
said. There are
anyways, let me-
individuals
let
that
me-
still think that was what
let
I'm
me
saying.
let me
yeah,
move on.
but I don't think.
So-
but if you're comparing to Nigeria, I don't think it's anywhere as bad as.
Yes,
I
so
mean,
that would be.
right. well, I'm just saying people still
there's
think that
still
way
there's
here
still
too.
as we're talking about the level of girls who still expect things from guys. There's also on the flip side the guys who are very controlling and very very, they feel like they own you in terms of, since I buy you stuff, I pay you stuff,
Yeah.
So and that mindset goes into their sense of entitlement when they talk, and the guys will be tweeting about how why are you going out with people you don't really know like that? What are you doing? Why, and there's a whole lot of bullshit. And then you see girls too saying, yeah, me too, if I don't know, why would I go to the guy's house? Why would I go to a hotel? Like,
Just
you
because
see
I go to
girl,
your house doesn't
I've
mean you
seen
have- you
girls
deserve to
tweet,
rape
I've
me.
seen
What?
girls tweet in cases like this where they say stuff like,
What was she doing there?
if you know you're not trying to have sex, why are you going to a guy's house or
That's
hotel or
bullshit,
wherever?
but
And
okay.
and that, what then happens is that what I'm trying to say, there's still a lot of people with that mindset.
And it's terrible.
And that mindset is a problem.
It is.
There's a lot of people with that mindset. There's a lot of people who, that mindset is it's very, I don't know, you can't grow with that mindset.
Perfect example. Look at Harvey Weinstein with the stuff he did in in the hotel rooms and all that. People blame the girls that what were you doing in his hotel rooms? Why were you taking meetings in his hotel rooms? They blame those women. It's everywhere.
Yeah, so-
it's not as bad here, obviously, as Nigeria, but the mindset is still pervasive in our society.
So yeah, and you even with the girls who come out to be different, they would still rather you go all out for them on Valentine's Day and they don't do shit for you. If as a guy you to think about it now, if you did have to pay for something, will you not accept it? So
my only thing is this, right?
they will still.
My only thing is this. I think if the facts are clear and there's evidence, and
Oh, what are you talking about, the rape?
no, I'm just saying in general, facts are clear and there's evidence, you shouldn't under any circumstance victim blame. Under any circumstance.
Victim blame is not good.
Yeah, but then that's if everything is clear.
Even
right?
if it's not clear. What do you mean?
But here's the thing. Here's where I draw the line. I don't like to litigate things where all the information isn't out. So there's a tendency, what I see sometimes also, so in that same vein, where there's an accusation made and let's say it's not yet clear that a rape or a sexual assault actually happened. But then there's this tendency to, like, when people try to come in defense of the person that has been accused, and that, you know, should
That's
be,
not the same thing as
but let me
victim blame,
finish. Let me
though.
finish, and that should be presumed innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah.
When people try to come to their defense, to that guy's defense, and it's like start trying to talk about the situation, then they say you're victim blaming.
Yeah, there was a
That's
girl.
not the same
There's
thing
a
as
girl.
victim
No, so
blaming,
there's a
though.
girl. No, so
No, sometimes
no, there's a girl. So there's a
sometimes they
story,
say that.
and I really wish I really had all the facts, but there's a girl who I noticed was I think she knows the sister of the guy accused, or one of the guys accused, and I think I haven't read her report or whatever she said, but I think she said something in probably in vein of innocent until proven guilty kind of thing. She wrote like a long thing about, you know, her reaction to it, and people came for her. And people came for her and said she's supposed to be like the voice of family. I never heard of this person before, and like, I wish I do have my facts, but I'm not very in the Nigerian circle of
And we can
Twitter and
revisit it
stuff
when
like that.
everything
So
comes out.
We can
you know,
revisit
yeah.
it.
But anyways, she was
I'll say
attacked.
is
But she
I
was
would-
attacked.
Yeah.
And what happens, and that's why I was saying the same thing too, is I don't know the true fact. The only reason why I say for sure that he probably did is if the police are saying there's a video of it, I don't see a reason why the police should lie.
We can revisit
So
it. We
so
can
you know,
revisit
I
it.
don't know, but even
But
me
I think it's very, very important that we do.
Yeah,
know
so
that
even me
we
being
cannot-
supposedly-
we cannot blame, like, if we know that a rape occurred, there's no way you can try to there's nothing you can say to try to justify it.
This is how
There was this one I saw recently. Remember I was telling you about
I
the
saw
child?
it.
a girl.
I couldn't.
I couldn't
Trigger
even share
warning,
the
man.
video.
It's
I couldn't even share
ridiculous.
it. No,
It's
it was
terrible.
this chick on the, like, the girl obviously had issues. She had a boyfriend. She fought with her boyfriend. She went to the club, and she
Why
didn't-
bring that
She didn't
part
wear.
up?
She
What
didn't wear any
issues?
panties.
That's
me
not a
finish.
fact, though.
wait.
Correct.
Let
me
him just
explain
go.
what happened.
But what
Having
does
a-
that have to do with
let
the
him
rapes
go.
that
Let him go.
happened?
Let him just say what it is.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
It's like
No,
I
wait.
don't
I want.
bring
He's
up
telling me the
what
story.
issue does she have?
He's painting me a
She
picture
was raped. The end of
of
story.
the
What
situation,
issue?
like
Why
the-
bring up that was
Correct.
she wearing underwear or
Go
anything?
on,
What
go
does that have to
on.
do with anything?
you see what's going
Yeah,
on.
just go on.
No. But why?
You're reacting
do we
emotionally.
I'm not
Wait,
being emotional.
Yeti, go
You're
on,
reacting
go on.
emotionally.
What was that?
Yeti,
What
go
factor
on,
did
go
that
on.
give you? What?
Go.
What
Wait,
how did that help the story?
Maybe you find out.
Let him go.
I
yeah.
saw the video too.
Maybe
Go
you
on,
I'm
find
trying to
out.
tell you.
Go on, Corey.
But continue.
I'm trying to tell you of an instance where
Okay, so-
I
someone.
saw the video
So yeah, she
as
wasn't wearing
well.
underwear. Go on. Go on.
So what happened
No,
was I
no,
saw
no,
the
let Corey-
video.
let Corey-
Corey started
I
it, so
saw
let-
the
let-
video
brought it up.
too,
I
but
brought it up.
continue.
Yeah, so
Wale,
let- yeah,
Wale,
so-
the reason why I'm giving you
Go
all
on,
the
go on,
details,
go on.
I'm telling you why. I'm telling you, I'm giving an instance of where this girl was victim blamed by some people, and I'm giving you the
Okay, so
details
they said,
that
she didn't
you
wear
see
underwear.
why
Go
some
on.
people felt they could justify victim
Go on,
blaming.
go
And
on,
I'm
go
trying
on.
to make a statement here
Continue.
that regardless of all those things,
Go on,
all
yeah.
those facts,
Continue.
we shouldn't blame the victim.
Yeah, go on.
So why is Yeti now getting
No,
angry?
I'm not getting angry.
But you're getting mad at me for
I'm
giving
not getting
details.
mad. I was
Go
talking.
on,
go on,
I
yeah,
said,
go on.
Let me
how
finish.
not wearing underwear
Let
should
me
not be an
finish.
issue. That's
Corey
what I
is
said.
just giving.
I'm trying to give you the
it's
context of
context.
why
Okay,
these
continue.
people were
go on.
victim blaming, and I'm trying to tell them that
Go on,
regardless of whether she was wearing panties or not, you shouldn't blame the
So go
victim.
on,
So
go
I'm
on,
giving
yeah.
you all the details.
Continue.
So this girl goes to the club. She's drunk. Well, she's very, very tipsy. She doesn't wear any panties. She's grinding on this guy, right? And she's not wearing any panties. And she's videoing herself. And at some point, right, while she was grinding on this guy, because at some point she lifted her stuff, right, and she flashed it. And while she was grinding on this guy, I guess he whipped out his whatever and started penetrating. And you can hear this girl. The club was loud. She was videoing, but she was crying. Like she was saying, help me, help me, help me. Please stop. She was crying. Like it was the sickest thing. I couldn't even finish watching. It was the sickest thing I'd seen in a while.
Who
right?
was videoing her?
She was videoing
She was live
herself.
streaming. She was Facebook
Let me-
live and everything.
She was videoing herself. You see, like these are the conditions
So-
that people were nitpicking at these little
Yeah.
things.
Okay, so
People said nitpicking at the fact that she didn't wear any panties. She flashed her ass. She was grinding on the guy with her ass out. Of course, they didn't see that part, but they were trying to use that as reasons for why did she put her? Let me finish. Why did she put herself in that?
In that
That's why I was
situation.
bringing up these details. That
So how did that
regardless of-
end?
Regardless of
He's in
anything
prison
that
now. He was
in prison
arrested.
now.
regardless
Yeah.
of anything that happened, right?
Curious.
There's no way you can assign any
So-
kind, because you could see that girl was
All right.
clearly being
let
raped.
me put it like this.
she was
before
crying.
we even get to that. But so I had some questions. I don't know if you guys know. Did she go to? Was she there by herself?
No, she was there with her friends.
Where
No,
her friends?
she came out later and said she was there by herself.
Oh, so
she
she
told
went
the
with the
guy,
guy.
gone. No, she
She was
met
there
him
with her
there.
friends.
No, she
Her
came back.
friends
Did
were-
you? No,
she was
listen.
dancing
She
with her
talked.
friends.
She didn't know them.
Okay, hold on.
There
So-
was
I'm
a-
talking about what I saw in the video.
Corey, she came back later on
she
the
was-
next day when
Okay,
she woke
so
up
when
and
she
said
was-
she went there alone.
Oh wait, so when this was obviously
She was
like-
dancing with some girls, Sha.
She met them
no,
there.
but let's just say
Some guys met
okay,
there too.
so she was, were they like all in a section? or-
No, so they were facing forward, and she
Okay.
was dancing.
Did she at the
Facebooking
point where
herself.
I'm just wondering, at the point where he started penetrating, did she like stop? Did she like
she
she was-
screamed.
she
she
was
screamed?
yeah.
So none of the girls.
No, but
no
the
one
club
could
was
hear.
loud. Nobody
She was
could
no
hear
one
her.
cared, so they didn't care.
And she was
They
saying,
didn't know her. That's
Or
what
they
I'm saying.
didn't
They didn't
know.
know her.
They
They
didn't-
didn't know
but they
what's
didn't know
going
what
on.
was going on.
I don't think
Nobody
they
knew.
I don't think anyone knew.
Nobody
I
knew. It
was
was
about
a
to say they
packed.
should be held responsible.
Right,
Also,
it
if
was
they
a
knew.
packed club.
I
Everybody
don't
was
think
like,
anyone knew.
like nobody.
But
could
then-
And she
look
probably
at
tried
her.
to get away from him.
Yeah,
and-
and he was holding her.
but then let me keep going. After that happened, right? At some point, she started partying again. So,
I mean-
so you see,
So
people were
also,
pointing
you know
out
what
these
they're saying
things.
now
So-
that there she did
She
a
was
they
just
did a drug
traumatized. She was
they did a drug
traumatized.
test. It looked like he dripped something in her
So,
drink
might
too.
have.
I mean,
might
first
have.
of all, like, how much of a demon do you have to be to slip something to someone's? And that's the thing that's actually back to the whole Nigerian one, to that it's very baffling that you could not only put a pill, like, I do hope, and I don't want to pass judgments because we've heard crazier things and they end up being false, and I don't think this is false because every evidence seems to so far point towards it being true. But like, how do you slip? You intentionally slip a pill into someone's drink. Your boy take her to your place, and you take turns and you record it.
That's
Like,
some sick
the
shit.
mindset. Like,
Yeah.
are you recording and that's why they say who you record, like.
For themselves.
I don't
to
even
watch
no,
later,
to
I
probably
guess.
send to people too.
But for this one, right? For this one, it's not like
No.
they've convicted the guy.
They've
but
not
there was
convicted,
video.
but
There
so-
was like you could hear her. Even if he
Wait, she
didn't
said the guy
know.
went to prison now for this.
Well,
one.
they've
No,
arrested
they've
him.
arrested him.
Oh, they've arrested
even
him.
if he thought that
just
she was,
happened.
but listen, even if he thought that she was giving it up to him, right? It's still technically rape
Mm-hmm.
because she didn't. You could tell she was
She
screaming.
wasn't-
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
She wasn't
and
giving
and that was what I was
consent.
trying to explain. That this one was clear. There's video evidence that she didn't want. This was not. What's the word?
It wasn't consensual.
Consensual. And there's no condition. Even if she was naked, there's no
So
condition.
and that's the problem.
There's no condition that you can
When you
use
have-
to justify
and it's
that.
back
oh,
and it's
well,
back to this
you know what
whole
I'm saying?
society thing that I was trying to talk about. When you have, I remember it's like when you have, why do guys spend money? Nigeria guys spend money on girls because a lot of them don't have game. It's easier. That's the easiest
Yeah,
way
it's
to
the
get the
easy
girl
way.
to like you. It's just flash your money.
Yeah.
And what ends up happening is you meet these girls who you start to meet a lot of girls who, because of that money, they're willing to do sexual favors. They're willing to do anything. They're willing to, whatever. And some guys start to carry that mentality and think all girls they meet, once I do that, that's how it's supposed to be.
But the
And-
girls that do favors, it's a transaction. I know if you give me
sometimes-
something, I give you something.
But sometimes, when people talk about transaction, they think it's, how much is it to knock? And you say, okay,
Oh, no,
this is
no,
how
no,
much I
no,
give
No,
you.
yeah.
No.
Sometimes it's not
sometimes
so
it's
clear.
not
it's
so
not
clear,
clear,
yeah.
but we have an understanding.
So
Basically, you give me
sometimes
this,
it's not
I
even
give
an
you this.
understanding too. Sometimes it's just the guy. So the guy sees it as the only way I can talk to this girl is I got money, and the girl sees that the only way I'll pay this guy attention is when he spends money on me. So in his mind, it's not even. It probably might not even rub off as it's been transactional. It might just be like, that's part of his game, and he's spitting his game, and the money does it, and he's not even knowing that she's just with him for the money. But either ways, that mindset ends up making men think they're entitled and making women. So like that's why I say when you have girls saying stuff like, "Why will you go to his house if you don't want to knock?" It's because a lot of girls would not go. A lot of girls, and I can speak for Nigerian girls in Nigeria that I've heard situations of, they would willingly, this kind of girls they are talking about, they would go into your house because they want to knock. And the problem is if you cannot differentiate or tell the difference.
I was gonna say you should be able
you
to.
cannot tell who's there for
differentiate
that.
Who wants to have sex and who doesn't.
And with this whole consent thing, you can have a girl
And even
who's,
if I go to your house,
you can
and
have
the
a
man
girl
said,
who's
"I'm having
told
sex,"
you
and if I
she's
say
coming.
no,
Yeah, that's
that
what I'm
should
saying.
be
You can
it.
have a girl who's told you she's coming to your house to do the nastiest shit ever, and she gets there and she's just like, "Nah, I'm good, G."
That should be it.
That's just it, man.
Yeah, no means no, man.
No, that's it.
No
Like
means
literally,
no.
that's just it.
Like I can't stress that.
You know, that's just
clearer.
it.
Because it's funny. Like I still know guys that are still like they're
Dude,
still.
dude,
Listen, trying
there's
to
some guys.
justify
shouldn't be
kind
Dude,
of-
dude, let me tell you. When I was growing up,
like,
there's some
you know
guys
what
I
I'm
don't
saying?
talk to anymore.
And this is
because
not me preaching. This
No,
is
no,
just
no,
for
let's
your
be- let's be real.
sake. For
Dude.
if you want to stay out of jail,
Abi,
There's
even if
some
you don't
guys-
care about the girl,
Guys, let me
for
tell you.
you.
just know.
there's some guys that
Don't
that-
leave
that-
any room for
There's some guys
misinterpretation.
I'm not cool with anymore. And that's why I'm you know, the friends you keep also play a role in it. And
Well,
I'm thankful for like I
mindset,
can't you
right,
can't
right.
like I know that I can't, you know, back in the days I can't
Dissociate yourself from
call
those
Corey
kind
and
of
be like,
guys.
yo, I came home with a girl last night, but she gave me L and Corey will make me feel bad. We just laugh about it. But you're some guys you can call and tell that and they'll be like, why you still not give them? Like, why this guy was me after she came to my house? And those people too
yeah,
are
that-
you know
that's a common thing.
there's a common thing
That's
too
a
within
common
groups
thing.
of people.
That's a
It's
common
like, why didn't you like guy? I bet go down on the story, man. And like,
or if you don't, or let's say she spent that at your place, right? Let's say,
and you don't do anything.
and you don't do anything.
They'll call you a fake guy.
They'll be like,
Are you
is that-
serious?
yeah,
You know,
there are people like that.
Smash.
You know, Smash. Like, are you
And
serious?
she stay for your
stay for
night.
that guy. If it was me,
You know what I'm saying?
And that thing.
That's
It's a
terrible.
thing.
It's a thing. It's a
It's a
thing,
thing.
and that's why you have to also be careful with who you're around.
I was
That's
gonna
why I said
say,
those
I
boys
thank God for the
recording
kind of
it.
people I hung
Those
out
boys
with.
recording it. It's not just for them.
It's to
There's
share with their
nobody I
friends.
know that can rape a girl and have the audacity to think I'm recording to send to me.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
The fuck?
yeah,
Do you understand?
yeah.
But those
But
guys
anyway-
probably feel there's somebody. They
Yeah.
have people around them.
Because
So
they've
yeah,
probably done it
they've
before
probably
too.
done it, yeah.
That's the
We're
problem.
gonna take a
But
break.
anyway, yeah, we should probably take a break. Wale,
We didn't plan
cue
on
us
going
in.
this,
Yeah.
this direction.
Cue us
but-
in.
So the break song is I've decided to go to Ghana this time. It's called African Girl. It's by a guy called Kwesi.
Oh my god.
Featuring Shatta Wale.
Please sit down.
Okay. Yeah.
What was
that
he saying
um,
about Nicki Minaj?
She hot past Nicki Minaj, man.
She held past Nicki Minaj.
That's
Yo,
cool.
speaking of Nicki Minaj,
Let's not get the barbs on our side, against us. So please tread lightly about what you're about to say.
It's not me.
Nicki is still doing her thing, man. Regardless, she's still
She
getting
has
bags.
she has Barbiana.
She's
the
still getting,
Tatiana.
she's still getting, but she's still getting her bags, man.
She is now. She's the most.
She will never stop.
She's-
That's the
she's-
thing.
Like I like the
What
way
was it?
she,
She's like most.
the way she
streamed,
fought back. You know, there was a time
whatever.
that she was almost like people were trying to cancel her for Cardi, and the way she's been fighting and just
The
dropping
problem with
songs
Nicki
after songs.
was there was no need to be threatened by Cardi. You can be in the same. You can do your thing, and she do her thing. You
but she
can
felt
both
like
exist
she,
together.
but she felt like the industry was
that
trying
wasn't
to, like,
true
push her.
though. They weren't.
There may have been some
they
truth
were.
to it.
It seemed like
There might
she
be
felt
some
like she
truth
did
to
it
it.
I
some
felt
respect.
because the problem was they
And
were
people
they
were
were
pitting-
hyping Cardi
yeah,
up.
but people
That was
were
it.
putting
You were
Cardi
hyped
versus
up.
Nicki, though, but-
That's the problem with the
Yeah.
industry though. They always trying to pit the women together against each other. That's terrible.
But
Just
speaking
let her
of-
do her. Cardi do her.
But
Everybody can live together in harmony.
But speaking of rappers, right? Yo, why are all my favorite new school rappers taking L's, man? First of all, Tekashi. Oh gosh.
Oh gosh, he's snitched.
I have to
Abby.
stop following academics. Because it's because of these guys. It's because of academics that I like these rappers, man. Tekashi, first of all, I already figured he was going to roll.
Duh.
But then I now start hearing other,
ain't about that life.
news. I now start hearing other news about how, he might have allegedly assaulted his baby mama before he went to jail. And I'm just like, man, I thought he was a real one, man.
I never.
Why did you think he was a real one? What?
I
know.
thought it
So
was
did you
stupid,
not? So did
but
you
I
think
didn't think it was
gonna
that
roll?
stupid though. That was not. I just didn't
Man.
think. I think he was pressured
And the
into
kind of
being.
stuff that
it
they
was pressured
accused him
into
of.
being. So
Like
Like
he's
what?
taking out hits on people.
Yeah.
Like,
Yes, now wasn't there a recording of that
so
or
there's
something?
there's a thing. I don't know why these people feel they need to feel among to groups like this. You know.
But I saw something what somebody said. He was looking at, remember how 50 came out and like was basically he kind of
Well,
tried to
50
fashion
50
his
is different.
image.
50
Right,
was
but
shot 9 times.
but 50 was about that life for real.
That's
for
what I'm
real.
saying. He
He
was shot 9
wasn't.
times. Do you
So
understand?
he
So-
tried to. That's what he tried to emulate. But unfortunately, you can't.
And in the day of 50,
It was a
there
little
was no
different.
social media
Right,
like this for
exactly.
you to, like, you don't
to
have
troll
to,
people even more.
Yeah, you don't
on-
have to.
Right,
And then also, it was easier. It's easier now to come up than then.
right. Back then.
Now you
right.
record a song on your laptop, you drop it, and Tekashi came out. It was from like his first few tracks. It was already hot. So like,
But as if Tekashi wasn't bad enough, then 21 Savage got arrested and
That
got
was
detained by
terrible.
ICE. For those that don't know, 21 Savage was arrested. They said he was He was driving recklessly,
And
and they had been telling one of his guys, right?
Somebody has snitched about it.
Yeah.
I think
I think
they
that's
might
what
have.
really happened. Someone
And
told on him.
So they arrested him. They said he had a loaded gun. I don't know if that's necessarily illegal. He's in Atlanta, right?
But isn't he a felony?
I know.
mean, a
I
felon.
know. I know. Like in
Oh.
Maryland.
No, he's a felon,
So
right?
if you've
you're
ever
equipped-
had a
yeah,
record,
you
you
can't
can
own
never
a gun.
have a gun?
No.
But I do know that in
They
Maryland.
have no, but there has to be
No,
some
no,
kind of way
no.
that you can work yourself.
No,
back.
So-
if
so
you've
I
been
know- I know-
convicted of a violent crime, you can't have a gun
ever.
Just like you
So-
can't vote.
And there are no conditions.
No.
that
No,
you
but
can-
even
You
the
can't.
votes. Did he
You
go? Did he
can't
go
vote.
to jail for
Are you
violence?
sure?
Did he go to? Was he
Yes.
sentenced? Did he go to jail?
Yeah, but then I was hearing
No,
his lawyer said it was expunged from his
Yeah.
record.
yeah.
So
But any no,
who
but
knows
no, no,
what
but
to
I
do.
like
So
I know
long
no,
story
no,
short,
but before
he
I
got
know for no,
arrested.
but I know for Maryland, I can speak on that one. You can't have a loaded gun in your car. That's why, like,
There's
I
no
said,
concealed
if
carry.
we're
There's
going
a
to,
concealed
but
carry.
that's
If we're going
but
to-
that's the gun laws.
if
That's
we're
the
going,
gun
yeah,
laws.
that's what I don't know
Yeah,
about.
so
The
maybe he
South
broke a
too might
gun
be the
law
same
in
thing too.
Atlanta.
No, but I think it's
is it open
Georgia.
carry
It's Georgia.
in
It
Atlanta?
has to be Georgia.
Okay, hopefully it is.
I,
Maybe
th- I
that's
think it's the fact that he's been convicted of a felony before. Maybe that's why. Anyway, long story short is they arrested this guy and then ICE came to pick him up. ICE came to pick him up and now they're working on deporting him because they found out that this guy.
They didn't find out. They knew.
I mean, they knew.
It's not news.
But they arrested him before and they didn't know back
They-
then.
well,
no,
right.
no.
How did he so
So,
But
no,
anyway,
no.
they found out that apparently he came from the UK. He
Okay,
he
sorry.
came on a visiting visa.
Georgia is not a traditional open carry state. If it's an open carry with a permit, he probably didn't have a permit to carry
Go
the
on,
gun.
go on, Carl.
Yeah.
He
So-
probably didn't.
Yeah.
Okay,
He
continue.
probably didn't. And it turns out he had been in the country
Since 2005.
2005. Yeah,
when he
05.
was
Exactly.
12.
12 years old.
Yeah,
He came on a visiting visa. It
Yeah.
expired and he just stayed.
right.
And
But they say it's filed for paperwork since.
They
Yeah,
said
couple right
they
for
said
the past
he
4
filed
years.
for paperwork like
right,
4 years ago. They've been
and
trying
nothing.
to work
right.
it. But here's the thing, but it showed this side that no one ever knew, and people started wondering, like, was he trying to hide the fact that
I don't think so. I think
I don't
he's.
think
I
he
think
never.
he.
I mean,
he's from
technically, he's
Atlanta.
like me. He came when he was
He is
12.
from
I was
Atlanta.
right, so
Yeah.
I claim Maryland, even though I claim Nigeria too.
But you know what they
but-
did now? They went back to back at his interviews. You know the internet now. They're going to go back.
When
And
he was
say
talking about-
what?
when he was talking about
Interviews.
crumpets and stuff like that.
He talked about
No, he talked about they
No, I have the
interviewed him
video.
once.
Vlad interviewed him once,
Uh-huh.
and they asked him about his life. He said that he's been banging since he was a kid.
Yeah,
this and
probably.
I
that.
mean, he
12,
was
he was
a
a kid,
kid.
no?
12 years
So
old.
they
is a
asked him.
kid.
So
But they're not asking specifically when exactly. When exactly did you start banging? He said, honestly, this was a kid, and that back when he was a kid, his dad used to be a crackhead.
Yeah,
This, and that.
That's a good true thing.
Let me finish. This, and that. But that really wasn't until he was like really like 12 that he entered into
And
the
it's
game,
the truth.
right?
Right.
And that he's been in Atlanta all his life. Like,
no, he
So-
he
I
was
mean-
he was
but
playing a
so
little
what
bit
playing a
somebody
little,
said
yeah.
was
With the truth.
so apparently they go back and forth. He was first in America when he was 5 years old. So maybe there's an element of truth to what he was saying. So remember, one of those they went back and forth, back and forth.
is that confirmed?
Yeah.
The way I see it is, if he came.
But
at
then
12,
he said his dad was a crackhead.
His dad was not a crackhead. His dad was a doctor that went to school, everything.
Well,
so-
I mean, that doesn't mean he
obviously-
didn't have issues with drugs
no,
in
no,
the
no,
past.
no, obviously,
And
no, no,
they
no,
can
no,
all
no,
be
no,
true.
no. Let's
Technically,
no, no, no,
They're
no.
saying 21/7.
embellished his past
He's playing
to make
he's-
himself look like he
Right,
was.
more street than he
21
was
Savage
Yes.
is you can't be like his real background is he should be carrying knives, not guns. You understand? Like that's his people. But it can't be start talking about he's not from ATL because it will spoil his market. Like that's what people have made him. Like they put him on XL, triple XL, like as like
Yeah, the freshman year. or
ATL
something,
stuff. Like this
yeah.
is the if he was British, he wouldn't be on that list and stuff like that.
To be
Now-
fair, he was young. His
Now,
formative
and
years
I
were in
think
Atlanta.
that's what I'm saying. I think he's
might be some truth
he's,
to
he's
his-
from Atlanta.
Because
Yeah,
in
he's
rap,
from Atlanta
it's
now.
all about
yeah,
your
he's from
authenticity.
he's 12. He was
He
12.
was 12. He
Yeah.
was a kid still.
You know,
He
and
was a
and,
kid.
and he talks like he's from Atlanta.
Yeah,
he,
but
He
But
is from
He also
Atlanta.
made it seem like his dad was this
More street
deadbeat.
than he
but
was.
It
Yeah,
turns
maybe-
out,
maybe
It turns out
dead,
his
yeah.
dad was actually like a doctor that
Yeah,
actually
maybe
had
he
it
did.
in his life. Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
showed pictures of
so
his
maybe
dad
and maybe
embracing him
his
like,
dad knows about it and
and his dad is British. And but
I
for me,
saw a
right,
clip of
for
his
me,
mom
right,
talking
for
too.
me,
She
right,
sounds
the
really
most
British.
illuminated aspect of this whole story is
did you see the Breakfast Club? Where Angela Yee was talking about what happened.
Yeah.
And she was the one that kind of broke that story. Where she was like, oh yeah, and his dad was here. And immediately Charlemagne was like, oh.
That's his dad, right?
No, but he was like, I thought that was a secret.
Oh, he said that?
Yeah. He said that on the interview. There was this illuminating moment, which made me realize that they all
industry,
knew. Yeah, they knew.
It turns out Angela Yee has brought his dad on.
They knew.
But they just didn't introduce him.
His name is Dr. Amsu. He sells like her, but he's
they just didn't introduce him as 21 Savage's father.
I even went back to watch the interview. They didn't interview him as 20. She has a personal relationship with the guy. They've also interviewed 21 Savage, where 21 Savage talked about how his dad is this deadbeat, this and that. So you could tell that they all knew that there was and that was why Charlemagne said, "Oh, I thought that was a secret." You could tell that was something that wasn't necessarily supposed to be out there.
So, but wait, just because his dad took pictures with him doesn't mean he still wasn't a deadbeat. Deadbeat could mean a bunch of things. That doesn't mean he wasn't supporting the family.
You're reaching at this point.
No. That doesn't. I understand what you're saying.
21 Savage has been interviewed
on
the Breakfast Club. 21 Savage's dad has also been interviewed on the Breakfast Club.
So they know them.
And at no point did they go below like, well, your son said you're a dead person. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you could tell they knew something else.
So you saw the interview of his dad?
Yes.
It was a British guy.
Yeah, British guy.
So and
very learned guy.
So they know
so it's an industry secret then.
No, and that's why I said I said they knew. Even you were saying, oh, he's been arrested before, they didn't know. You can get pulled over now by cops and they don't know your immigration status because the database is not tied together.
Right, that's true. That's true.
It's not. It's only when there's a flag.
Right,
that they see it. Right. Why? So they don't have to know that.
But they did say somebody snitched on him, right?
I think I didn't say. I don't know, but I think somebody snitched on something on him.
They might have.
I think he must have the same. I think somebody who he's probably had bad blood with.
So what I was also hearing, there's conspiracy theories going on right now that apparently, he's been trying to turn over a new image. He doesn't rap about guns and the violence and stuff anymore. He's gonna not buy jewelry anymore, and he's actually doing. I always saw videos of him doing more in the community.
Well, you think he was trying to reform?
That's what people are saying, and that's why they picked him up or whatever. Because he's apparently he rapped about ICE and Trump and everything too. No. I'm saying conspiracy theories is what they're saying out on the internet
not that
right
serious.
now.
I think it just has to do with somebody I think if he didn't have that loaded gun, it wouldn't have been arrested. And it was like, fine, we got him. Do you understand? And I think somebody probably stand and say, hey, that dude been driving around with a loaded gun, and it's not random.
Right, it's not. Just like look at OJ, he got away with one, and they got him for something else.
It's not random.
They do that sometimes.
And ICE has just been waiting.
They've been waiting for him to do something else. Yeah,
but
they knew. They did find out.
Law enforcement officers,
this ICE thing. I know people personally that have been detained by ICE.
Me too. Same here.
They're not fucking around.
Yeah, they don't play with that.
They're getting the fuck out of here. And here's the thing, right? Even if you have a green card,
you can be
you can get arrested.
Yes,
you can be.
You can get arrested.
Green card doesn't protect you for anything now.
If you get
I know one of my guys. He already got his green card, but he happened to have like this one infraction from his past, and they detained him.
Anything can.
And he had to get a lawyer.
Yes.
If he didn't have a lawyer,
he would
have been on his way back.
But I do think 21 will not be deported.
Yeah, he won't be. Because where is he going? So? Yeah, his life was like
that's it's not about his life.
So you think they're gonna make an exception for him?
No, he has enough.
He's still like an illegal.
I understand that, but he has enough lawyers and money and stuff. I don't think he's going anywhere.
No, they can. So he has a label. Yeah, that thing is hot. I better turn it off. He has a label.
That's behind him, right?
Do you know this?
Unless he gets politicians, I don't think it's
like
happening.
Back then too. Wasn't
they're gonna make a?
Wasn't there a time when? Was it like I can't remember where it was, like Rihanna's thing was about to expire. It was years ago, I think, and they finally gave her like a citizenship or something.
Is she? I thought she was still a citizen
or something.
But you see, she wasn't illegal at the time. She wasn't undocumented. So that's
let me tell you
once
something.
You've been undocumented
first of all,
for this long. There's no way. As law enforcement, how can you justify it to your constituents that no, we let this guy go?
First of all,
I'm also hoping that he has a chance. Don't get me wrong.
First of all, they're
loopholes now. Loopholes, right?
Did
you hear
what loopholes say?
His lawyers were talking now.
America, let me say this America that's always for me.
Thank you.
They will first deport him before
they're
he
not
can come
deporting
back.
him.
Not even deported. Do you know that this same America that like in Naija, people go through stress to get visa. There are people that get visas like in a day, like in minutes. They just send someone to the embassy with their passport. They don't even show up. and they get that visa.
This
This is the
too
same
high
country.
profile.
This is the same place that the average man they would. Dude, it's not about.
Well,
being
I hope,
high profile.
We'll see.
They will find a loophole.
There are
We'll
loopholes.
see.
They will find a loophole
apparently,
somewhere.
His lawyer was saying, because he has 3 kids, that ties him to the country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another thing.
Property,
He was
I think.
property.
Yeah.
He was a
You
victim
can, you can
of
buy your
crime.
citizenship, right?
Yes.
You know that, right? You can buy it.
You can
You
pay
guys
money.
are not listening. I said he is undocumented.
Yeah, but that can be
doesn't mean
changed.
And he came here
anything.
on a visiting
That
visa.
That can be
doesn't mean
changed. Doesn't
anything.
mean
There are
anything.
Tell me
America-
one
Do
person.
you know, let me tell you something.
You give
Do
me
you know
one
that? Do you
example
know,
of
I
let
have
me
one,
let me
but
give you
I'm not
let me give you
gonna
an
put
Came on
example.
a visiting
Wait.
visa.
Let me give you an
They
example.
caught
Corey,
him
let me give you an example.
Undocumented.
Let me give you an example.
He didn't marry anyone.
Let me give
Let him
you an example I saw. If you're undocumented for 20 years or more or however long, and you get married, it goes away.
That's it.
It goes away.
Yes.
So there-
That is on their
That's
website.
If you get married.
That's just one
loopholes.
thing.
There are loopholes.
There might be
Corey.
other loopholes.
Yeah, but that
Corey,
doesn't
the
apply
other
to him.
Yes, it does.
Corey, it might
No, he's
apply
not
to the
married.
other
Let me-
factors.
How does it apply to
Let
him?
me
He's not
finish.
Corey,
married.
there's more than
There-
one way
I
to get
just said it
citizenship.
now. Didn't I
That's just
just
from
say
one
it?
We
aspect.
know the loopholes. Marriage is one of them.
No,
He
and
Property
I'm
is
not
one of
the
the
only
investment.
one.
Investment is
you
one of
having
them.
property is not enough to say that.
Investment is one of
But
them.
No, it's
can
not.
I finish?
Which law is that?
Corey,
Which
can
law
I-
says that?
You can buy citizenship now.
Hello.
No, but you
Can
can't.
I talk?
He's already been caught as undocumented.
That
You
doesn't
can't
mean
buy it.
anything. That
Okay.
doesn't mean anything.
All right,
Let me
we'll see.
talk.
We'll
His
see.
lawyer actually
Well, I shouldn't
came
be saying you
out.
can buy it like you can
You will
buy
see.
it, but
You're
But-
undocumented.
technically
You
you
now
can
want to
buy
buy
it.
your
Yeah.
citizenship.
You know that there's a whole category of things, and he fits into
They're like
4 of them.
They're like
So which
100
ones?
categories.
He
of,
was a victim of a crime,
Dude, there are
like a
different
violent
categories of
crime
that
in the
shit. There are
country.
loopholes.
That helps you.
Wait, listen.
Yes.
In the country.
Yes, in
That
this.
is not a loophole. It is
Yes,
not.
it
Well, we'll
is.
find
I
out.
just
We'll
told
find
you
out
it
if
is.
it
Listen
I
to his
looked-
lawyers.
No,
Of
no,
course,
no.
the
I
lawyers
went
are going to
to
put
the
out whatever is going to make him look on the
website,
good side.
We were talking about this at work. We went to the website and we looked. There are a bunch of them on the website, on immigration's website.
So you're saying in
yes.
the same country that there's violence is now the one that you want to stay in. Like,
yes,
what's the?
Yeah.
No, you should be wanting
What
to
I
get
do-
out.
but what
if
I
they're
do-
going to use,
Corey,
Your
if they're going to
citizens
use, if they're going to use
inflicted
violence, if they're going to use violence,
Can I
there's
talk?
like
as the excuse.
there's
Can I
like
talk?
there's like there's a lot of
There are a lot of
categories.
categories he
that you
fits
can fit
I'm
into.
just telling you.
That's why I
That's
said
all
there
we're
are
Tell me
saying.
loopholes.
which one.
The lawyers will
Can
find
you
it.
let us finish?
They will
Let
find
me
it.
finish.
Any.
They will
He
find
has
it.
I know
established-
immigration just as
he
much
has
as
3
most
children
people.
in America. And he's the breadwinner for those kids. Without him, those kids can't survive. You know that, right?
That's not a loophole.
It's part of
That's
it.
just an argument. It's not a loophole.
It's-
It's not a legal loophole.
Okay.
You guys
Boys,
look up
kids
this
are-
law.
But
It's not a
let's-
legal
but
loophole.
we'll find
it's too
out.
high profile.
We'll find
but let's
out.
move
He's
on.
not
Find out
going
how it
anywhere.
will
Sha.
Let's
That's what
move
I'm
on.
saying.
I think his lawyers will find the right
Obviously,
combination.
and then you saw that
to
Jay
put
actually
together-
hired a lawyer for
Yeah,
him too.
The
He's
good
not
you just
going
mentioned.
anywhere.
You know
Jay
the thing about
hired a
this.
lawyer for him.
You know the
and
thing about
He's
this
not
country.
going
The thing about this
anywhere,
country is
You guys
and
don't know
I-
about
no. But the thing
immigration
about this
laws.
guy, you know the thing about this
You
country.
don't know about
And
immigration
you're the one
law.
that knows
gets-
about
if he
immigration
gets-
law.
if he
Okay.
gets- good lawyer.
I know enough
Mr.
to know
Lawyer.
that. I know enough to know that there is no loophole that says that
Okay.
if you are caught as an illegal immigrant,
Uh-huh.
that there can be a justification for staying because you have kids. That is not a loophole.
But
That
is
is
it
not a
confirmed
loophole.
that he's was the
That is not a
process
loophole.
he-
And here's the thing, right? The reason why it's going to be hard, like, I'm just trying to explain. The
process
reason why it's
he
going to be
used-
hard is that if he gets off, right,
Uh-huh.
then that opens the door for other people that might be in similar situation, and they're going to say,
but
well,
then they
he
might-
got away with it.
but
That
that's the
doesn't
thing.
mean
That's why they
anything.
cannot set
But-
that
That doesn't
precedent.
mean just because somebody
But
gets away
let's
with something
move on.
doesn't mean you can get away with
But
it.
let's move-
That's America. All these white people that get away with all this
It's a
stuff all the
high
time.
profile-
Uncle.
the
Please.
law tends to try to make
Corey,
examples of
Corey,
high
do you
profile.
That
know?
means
But do you know that?
nothing.
Do you know that 99% of the other people in that situation would not have the finances and lawyers to even get to
Exactly.
that
Yes,
situation.
you see,
So even if
he has
they
privilege
attempted
as
it,
well.
If this wasn't public and he was rich, I would have said there's a chance. But the fact that it's already public, it
What's
it
public?
sends-
Have you seen
the fact
that?
that
Have
the
you
fact that
seen
his
the-
story? Let me finish.
have you seen
Let
the
me finish
document that is
now.
undoc-
Let me finish. The fact that his story is public,
Yeah.
everyone else.
What if
can
they come
see
to
it.
say that it
So
was
what they're
a
going
lie?
to do
What
is
if
they're
they
going to
come
try
and
to
say-
make an example out of it.
What if
I don't
they-
think
because
so.
they feel like it's law enforcement.
But Corey, wait.
They
First of
have
all,
to.
have you seen any paperwork
have
that says he is undocumented?
What do you mean? Have you
Seen any official statement?
I haven't seen it, but all the
Yeah.
report, but the police,
Exactly.
all the official reports from the
From
police,
who? From the
say-
police.
Yes.
Okay.
But then
Un-
they came,
unless
you
you're
know,
saying the police is
they
lying.
backtracked, right?
but-
They backtracked on their
Unless you're saying the
Twitter
police is
statements,
lying.
right?
So it might not.
Did you hear me.
it's easy.
They backtrack
as
on
long
their
as there's
Twitter
no official
statements.
documents out
Right.
there. I think it's easy for them
Unless
to
you're
come
saying
up with a
police
story.
is lying, oh.
They might come up with a story
But
later
even
on.
the
I think
lawyers
they can
admitted-
get. I think they can get.
Even the lawyers
congressmen
admitted that he was
involved.
undocumented.
I think they can get politicians
And he's
involved. I think
high-profile
they can
enough.
get. He's
He's
high profile
staying,
enough. He's
please.
If he
staying.
can get politicians,
Yeah.
But you see, the politicians won't want to
They won't
touch
come
it.
out in
They won't
public
wanna
night.
touch it.
It's underground.
It's already the story is already out
That doesn't
there.
mean
It's too
everything.
public.
So every public thing we know about
You guys
me.
don't know how these
Not
things
everything
work.
leaks. You
But
know
let's-
that,
let's
I
right?
do
move on.
understand.
Let's-
Everything
Like,
leaks, and they can
everything
come out and
leaks.
tell us a story that
And that's it.
Everyone
if
is
it
following the
let's
story.
go, let's
Means
go,
what?
let's go.
I'm
Move
on your
on, move on,
stories
move
that
on.
It's a
people
public-
know about. That doesn't
Move on,
mean
move
I
we
on,
told
know
you guys,
everything.
give me one example of Lupo. You guys couldn't mention.
Move
You
on,
kept.
move on.
Okay.
I don't know
You kept
21's
giving
full
me
story,
the-
but I've told
the
you
lawyer
that
statement.
that
But let's
there's a
move
lot
on.
of categories that he can fit into.
So Liam Neeson.
Yeah. What about Liam Neeson?
Something recently happened. He came out in an interview. They were interviewing him. He was talking about this movie that he's coming out with. I guess the theme of the movie is revenge. But while he was talking about it, he went to go and have diarrhea of the mouth, and he went to make an admission.
I don't know why he said that.
And
I
he
don't
went to make
understand.
an admission from his past.
Looking for pity to you and watch the movie. Fuck you, man.
I'm and even in the interview, he admitted, I don't know why I'm telling a
So
journalist
then
this.
why
He
would
knew.
you open your
He knew.
mouth?
It was pre. That thing was pre.
on.
You think so?
It's part of his
You
promo.
think he was
It part of his
clout chasing?
promo, but he
He
didn't know
wanted
that.
to be Mr. Bad Guy, right?
You know,
Like,
yes,
I
that
was
I'm
looking
really
for
about this
revenge.
life. Let me tell you
and blah, blah,
something.
blah, blah, blah.
Finish
Nigga,
it.
shut
Finish
up.
is what he did. He said that.
So
yeah.
during the interview, he admitted that that he can see how some people just
Lose their minds
get
and go
enraged
get
with revenge.
revenge.
That 40 years ago, a
How do
friend
we
of
even-
his
how
that
do
he
we not even
knew,
know that it was last week.
a friend of his that he knows, got raped, and she handled the situation very, very, very like well, and he was so pissed on her behalf, and he asked her, "Who are the guys that raped you?"
He said what race? He
Oh,
actually
he said-
specifically
he
asked
said
what
he said
race
what
they
race.
were.
Nothing else.
And this was in Ireland. He said, "What race?" I didn't even know black people were in Ireland.
Uh-uh,
Yeah.
no. We're
No,
everywhere.
but like 40 years ago, I didn't know.
Yes.
I wouldn't think. But he basically said, "Yeah, I decided." She told me it was a black guy, and so she went to the area
Where there are more black
where
people.
there are black people,
Which
and he
is
was
gone.
hoping for a
He
black
held
person.
Now
a-
they gone now.
No, it was a club. What
was a
those-
club.
He was
Yeah,
he
it was
was
Chubb.
hoping
They
for
called
a
it a
black
Chubb.
person
Oh, okay.
to approach him, and he was like, "I feel awful about it now that I think about it." But he was hoping for a black
Was it
person
for a
to
week? Was it,
Yeah, he
two
went
weeks?
around
week.
for a whole week.
A week.
to come at him so that he can have a
Justify,
justification
yeah.
for
To
whooping
kill
his
them.
ass and killing him
Yeah.
or whatever. And he thinks about it, and he realizes how crazy it was, and how consumed with anger and wanting to go out and inflict this stuff. And it was like one of those honest moments that just came out that probably
He
shouldn't have.
deserves a star.
If
I
it
guess.
was, I mean, his publicist was probably in the
Fuck that.
background going,
Let me
cut
tell
the
you,
interview, cut the interview.
my-
but long story short is, of course, everyone got outraged. Everyone is pissed, and everyone is trying to cancel him now. And there's this debate about, oh, is he a racist? Is he this? Is he that? And I don't know, man. I just think like it's
See, let me tell you something. First of all, we've only seen proof that we have not seen proof he's not a racist.
Thank you.
We've only seen proof that
Thank
he is.
you.
That's number one. But
That
you know what?
what does that
Statement.
mean?
The
He
only
told
state,
us
that's the only
it's
thing we've
racist
seen. He should come
in-
and tell us another story of when he was not racist now. That's the only thing we can judge on. But let me tell you, I believe personally, I think context. You talk about context. 40 years ago, even you didn't know there were black people there.
Right,
Europe
he
was a
grew
very
up-
racist
right,
place.
right.
And I'm pretty sure that thing was very, like the fact that he heard it was a black, it was very, very intentional. Like, you know what? About to kill a nigger today.
Right.
And that's just the truth. If we're putting it in context, 40 years ago, if I'm to put that in context, I think he was racist. Is there any other proof outside of that? No. Was Z? Only him knows. But if it was a Chinese person, would he have done the same thing?
If it was a white person, would he have done the same
If it
thing?
was anything else, would he have done the same? I don't know. But it's enough for me to say it's fucked up that somebody, no matter what the reason is, you're going out there to specifically
Kill a black person.
not just kill a person that comes out that didn't do anything. You didn't
So you-
ask for. I would understand in his movies, maybe he does take in.
Right.
He always knows. He investigates who's the. You didn't ask. Oh,
What did they look
what
like?
did they look like specifically? So I would even understand if he said he went to the neighborhood looking for that specific person. That she said, okay, he has blue eyes, he has a big nose, he has this, and he was looking for that. But you're only taking one aspect. You know, it's the same thing as all these people that one guy does something to you and next thing you're taking it out on all men, or one girl does something to you, you're taking out. What's the difference? But in this one, you're taking somebody's life. You want to take somebody's life
But
based on
but-
something that happened to somebody else on your that you know.
Fair.
Corey,
we
as an innocent
we
man.
we know it was racist. We know it was racist.
Let's even take the
My
risk.
question is our reaction to it. Is there any benefit in being outraged by it?
Yes, there's a benefit.
Or should we be using this as a teachable
There's a
lesson?
benefit because you have to let
my
people know
question.
that it is not acceptable for you to go out there, regardless of race, gender,
Yeah, but I think he
sexuality.
even said it in those
Corey,
comments.
the people who went out there and beat that actor from wherever,
Right.
they intentionally targeted.
Wait, which
Justice Smollett.
wait, which people? We don't. He,
The people he said-
just said that. We don't know.
The
We
people
don't
the
know
people
he
you.
he
said,
said-
right.
the people he said
The rape
attacked.
victim
So-
said
so-
a black person too. We don't know if it was a black person.
No,
though.
no, the
so
people he
stop
said, he said
saying-
people.
No,
I'm not
Corey,
even saying about
no.
black. I think that guy was attacked because he was gay.
We don't know. We don't know.
That's his story now.
That's what he said.
Do we know about
Hey,
Liam
the girl
Neeson?
said
Is
the
not what
same
he said?
thing. That's what the girl
Chill
said.
out, chill out,
What?
chill out.
Oh.
It's the same thing.
Justice Smollett's story.
Uh-huh.
Let's talk about that really briefly.
Uh-huh.
All the evidence so far, the tapes, everything, nothing indicates that happened. We don't know.
Okay.
We don't know.
His
So,
in fact,
bruises
if-
and stuff.
What are we? So what we're basing it off? He said. He
statement.
said. Right?
I'm saying that happened, but I'm saying that all like the extra story where he said the people said this is MAGA country, this that. None of that has
I don't even-
panned out yet.
okay.
We don't
Police
know
has been
anything.
investigating for weeks now,
Right.
And there were inconsistencies in his story.
Okay.
There's another
Corey,
story out
go away
there
from-
that said
Okay,
no,
please,
but there's another
I don't
story.
want to talk about Justice
There's another
Smollett. He was
story
a
out
victim
there.
and that's
There's
it.
another. If we're going to speculate about
We're not speculating about the. No.
we just-
Me, I'm
Let
just
me
basing
speak.
it
Can I
off
finish?
what he said.
No,
Well, let Corey
all
finish.
what
Can I
he said
finish?
was
I finish?
Liam Neeson's victim, the girl,
Go on,
said
go on.
it was a black man.
Yeah,
She
we
said
know
that.
it was wrong. We already
So,
know that.
okay,
And,
so
and the
then
reason, the reason I'm okay, the reason
No
I
one is
said, the reason I
arguing that.
said,
Regardless,
there
we
should
know
be
it
an
was
outrage
wrong.
is because you need to let people understand that this is the things that cause active shooters. If we're being honest, where somebody does something bad to you somewhere.
And you just
go
pick up
out
a
there,
gun and want
you
to go
pick up a
shoot
gun and
people,
go shoot
random people
You
that
go
don't
out there.
deserve
I have the
anything.
same, and like, sure, people feel like, oh, because it's a black guy. Even if this was not a black guy, you can't, Corey. Can you imagine being an innocent person?
Wait, who are you
on
arguing
your-
with? We all know this.
That's what I'm saying. That's why there should be an
we know it's
outrage.
That's why there's
racist.
an
That's- no,
outrage
I'm not even saying about the
now.
We know
race.
it's bad. He
That's
admitted.
why there
He
was an
admitted that what he
outrage.
did was
I'm
bad.
saying
What
there's
are
an
you saying,
outrage
Corey?
because people need to
You've been going
learn.
on for too long. Can I
Okay, go
talk
on.
now?
Go on.
Look, everyone knows it was racist. The reason why he was saying he was trying to admit to his bad behavior. We know it was bad. Yes, even him admitting it was probably stupid. My own thing is our reaction to it. Are we trying to drag him down for being honest about his racism, or are we trying to drag him down just because he was racist at some point in his life? I want to get to the
But
bottom
how do
of
we
it.
know he's no
What
longer racist?
exactly is driving our outrage?
We don't know if he's no
I
longer
feel-
racist. How do we know? What proof do
Depending
we
on
have?
who's dragging, different people have different outrages. Some people are
Let me
outraged.
finish
because-
now. I let you go on.
Okay,
I
go
let
on.
you go on. So here's my thing, right? I think that this should be a teachable moment, and I think that he was even saying it as a teachable moment. Now, how he said it was probably the wrong way, but I feel like generally this should have been a teachable moment for us to say that, you know what, we shouldn't do this. That's fucked up. But to try to like make this about because he admitted something 40 years ago, it's like what ends up happening is that then we get people that don't come out and actually start telling their stories. That's what happens. If we try to like shame, well, it's okay to shame, but if we try to drag people down, where we try to cancel
Correct.
them, then the real racists they're never
Correct.
going to come out.
I don't-
They're
They
just
don't
gonna
come out
Corey,
anyway.
they're just gonna
What
keep
racist
being
people
racist
come out?
Corey,
They
Corey,
are. They
I
don't
don't,
come
Corey,
out.
let me say something.
But I
let me
want to
say
talk.
something.
No,
I don't-
you went on
okay,
for a
go
while.
on,
Then
go
I
on.
want to talk about Justice Smollett. The reason why I brought up
I
Justice,
don't want to talk about Justice Smollett.
you don't have to talk about
Finish
it.
the justice one.
The
I'm
reason
not
why-
part of this at all.
That's fine.
Finish
The
the
reason why I
justice
want to
one.
talk about it is because you made an assumption. You said people did this because he was this.
He
right?
said that was the story, right?
That's what he said. What I'm saying is that
Hey,
there
are
have
we-
been.
And what
Are we
else is
going off-
going on?
There have been no, but well, there's police
But
reports.
aren't we going off
the police
Liam's
reports
stuff with what he said?
No,
too?
but in this one, there's actually
so go on
there
ahead,
are
go
police reports that said that there was no video that captured what happened. I'm not saying something didn't
Okay,
happen.
okay.
But the story of him, the narrative that he tried to frame.
Okay.
First of all, there were inconsistencies in his story.
Go on. So
there
he
were
milked
strange
it.
things.
You're
that-
saying he milked it,
there were
basically.
there were strange inconsistencies in his story. That there are people that are saying that what might have really happened, and it seems we're going to speculate, is that something might have happened at a nightclub before, and that it might have been a lover's tiff that happened, and then he tried to frame it like a MAGA attack.
Okay.
So we have to be very, very careful with how we try to use these examples. We don't know what
back
happened.
to Liam. You're telling me, oh, it's teachable moment so that racist come out to do what? To
Right.
say I
And
was
what are
once
you
a
coming out to
racist.
do?
Guy,
People
let me
racist,
tell you
some
something.
people don't come out and
I
say
don't
they're
care.
racist.
I don't
What?
care. I don't care
Keep
about.
that shit to
I don't
yourself.
care about if you're racist or whatever. What I do care about is your actions, and I
Yeah.
say it should not be right that someone should feel that
It's
because
not right.
somebody of any shape, form, anything.
And we're acting like that. You know, used to happen in America. Men used to
Because
go out looking
we
for
know
black
that.
people to kill.
Forget
So
that.
that's why it's
See,
bad.
let me tell you
End
why.
of story. That's
Okay,
a teachable moment.
take away
Stop.
this- take away
All
this
this
black-
Okay,
take away
kind
this
of
so
black-
what are you being outraged
genuflecting.
about?
Take away this black
Please,
thing.
No,
because it
first
still
of all, here's
happens
the problem,
in
right?
America
Here's
today.
the
It's still
problem.
happening.
Here's
That's why
the
we're
problem.
outraged. Don't tell
Yeti
people how to be
just wants an
outraged.
excuse
My-
to
What?
go to call someone a racist. That's all.
Let me tell you
No,
something.
no, no, no,
My-
no.
Let me
When
tell
did
you
I
my
call him a racist?
condition.
You
Hold
did.
on,
When did
hold
I-
on.
when?
I'll tell you your exact words.
When did I call him a
Your
racist?
exact words were that, yes, he is a racist.
I said
My-
he did
no,
racist
no,
things.
no,
When?
no, no.
When? Now?
No,
Today?
No.
When did I
It
say
was
it?
on the thread.
No.
I could read it for
No,
you.
I said his acts. That looking for a black person to kill is racist.
So-
Yeah, no, but you said that he is a racist.
Let me-
We don't
let
know if
me-
he's
wait,
not.
Let me tell you.
We still don't know if he's not. What has he done to prove that he isn't?
No, but you're saying he is.
But my only
Who says
thing,
he's
You're
not?
judging, and the man he said he's not. He said
Okay,
he's not a racist
right.
now.
I'm taking
Look,
your word
my
for it
only
now.
thing is I'm not saying
The thing, you
cancel.
just want
My
to
only
be
thing
outraged
is
for the
my
sake of
only
being
my only
outraged.
problem
That's
is like
all.
I
We know
said,
racism is bad.
I'm not even. That's the thing. You are taking it as a race color. It could have been any color. I'm just saying that, guy. Do you know what it feels like you're innocent, Corey, and you mistakenly step on someone's shoe? And they kill you because that mindset, that is a psycho mindset. And that is what I am outraged about. It should not be right that he has the audacity to think
and
at a
that's-
point in his life it was cool for him to go out for a week
that's
trying
what
to
he was
kill
saying.
somebody.
But that's what he was. Have you listened to the interview? That's what he was saying in the
So
interview.
in that case, it's fine for me to say that's fucked up.
So I
that
should
they're
not
using
pat your
it.
hands
But that's
because
what
you're
he
not
was saying.
really
That's what I'm
behind it.
saying.
I beg,
That
please.
is not
that's
good.
exactly what he was saying.
Yeah,
Okay,
good
that's
for
great
him.
for him.
Yeah.
So I should not give him a back rub and
So
pat your head and say you
he
did a
was
good
making
thing.
the point you're
Please.
making.
And I
Okay.
ain't done anything about it except
I can
express
speak my
myself
mind.
too that I
Exactly. What?
feel
What
like
are you saying,
just-
Corey?
I feel like it's not a
Please.
good. You're
I
attacking.
think too
let me tell you
often,
why
right?
you're attacking
With this
Yeti because of this
outrage culture.
racist.
No.
I don't care about that aspect because
Too
I feel
often.
like
Too often.
maybe
have you,
if it
have you
was
ever
a
heard of
different
rage
race.
bait? Have you ever heard of rage bait?
Corey.
Have you ever heard
Please.
of rage bait?
Anyway,
Kill.
So let me explain. I'll explain why
You
this.
need
this
to get off
why
soon.
this. Wait,
What's
Wale,
going
I'll
on?
explain why this is important. It's because when you look at the whole encapsulation, like the whole video, the whole context of the interview, you realize that all they did was they picked the most incendiary part of it, and that's what they call rage bait. Because you know why? That's what gets clicks the most. That's what drives people to YouTube videos. That's what drives people to articles.
But him
It
that
is-
was saying
it
the
is
story,
a
was he not
waste-
using it to
is a-
drive
it
people
is
to
a
go watch his
waste
movie?
of emotion.
Was he not using it to drive people
Okay.
to go watch his movie?
This was
I beg.
This was a way, and yes, you,
So
you
And it
can
backfired.
You
tell
can
And it
make
us
that
backfired.
what we
argument.
waste
It
our
backfired.
You can
emotions
make that
on.
argument.
It backfired.
But my point is
He
that,
didn't come out to
but my
say it.
point is that.
Why didn't he
but
say
my
this
point
a
is
long
that,
time
you
ago?
see,
He's
the
saying
rage that
it-
you guys are showing,
he's
it's a
saying-
waste of emotion.
Corey, my rage
It's a
is
waste
You
not.
don't tell me what to
It's a
waste my
waste of
emotion.
emotion.
Who are you to
It's
tell
my
me?
opinion.
That's your opinion.
It's my
That's great
opinion.
for you. Everybody has
It's
an
too
opinion.
low of
That's
a
great.
hanging
Yeah,
fruit.
let me tell you something.
Please. To be
Liam
talking
Neeson wanted to come and form. Yo,
Mr.
go watch
Bad
my
Guy.
movie. I was about this life before and I've changed. Well, nigga, fuck you, man, because it backfired. And now you're gonna come out and tell us some sob story.
It's just rage
and
bait.
this. Let me
It's
tell
just
you,
rage
unfortunately,
bait.
it
That's
backfired.
all. It's just
And
rage
I don't
bait.
care.
Okay, good
Do
for
I
you.
think Liam Neeson
The
is
guy
a
was
racist
being an
today?
You're
honest guy.
not.
That's
You
Do I
all.
think
weren't
he's
upset.
do I
That's
think
great.
he's a
You
racist
don't tell
today?
people how
I don't
to
know.
feel,
Like I
Corey.
said, do I think he's a
Ah.
racist today? I don't know. The only evidence he has given me was that 40 years ago he was a racist. Is he one today? I don't know.
It's because you guys are
But-
the ones losing sleep.
But
And some other people
I'm not
are counting
losing
money.
sleep. But Corey,
Please,
it's not
Corey,
fair. It's not
give
nice.
us-
It's called
spare
rage
us.
bait.
Corey,
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 spare
let me
us.
tell
Another
you.
word for
Before I end
clickbait.
this thing, let me end this thing.
But it's rage bait.
Corey.
They
Alright.
get you guys
Corey,
You're
enraged.
going to a new
we wake
term.
up-
We
They
we
take-
we see you.
They take snippets of everything.
wake up
and because
every
they
day.
want to
Okay.
get you guys
Corey.
pissed. They want to get you guys coming on Twitter.
Do you want to know
shouting. That's
something?
all.
You guys
Who's
are
on Twitter
Corey, you're
shouting?
focusing
That's
on
all.
the wrong
If you're not on
thing.
Twitter shouting, you're on WhatsApp
Corey,
shouting, or
you're
you're on the podcast
you're
shouting.
focusing on the wrong thing. You are
I beg,
focusing
right?
on you're
Like,
focusing
what
on
do you-
race.
Please.
You should focus on the fact that, and if you're saying you should address something, you're using racist. Corey, it's psychopath. Is a psychopath to want to go and kill somebody intentionally
random
that did
somebody.
nothing
Or
to you.
somebody
know that.
else.
So if we're to address
We know
anything, it should be
that.
that.
We
This
know
country
that.
is a country filled with every day we wake up, we ain't gone
We-
shooting somewhere. This is the things
We know that.
that cause it.
We already know that, and that was exactly what he was saying in the video. But anyway, moving
wasn't.
on.
No, he
Anyway,
was
We need to
saying-
wrap
he
up
wasn't
before
saying
we
that,
go on
but
our
okay.
music
He was saying
break.
go watch my
Please,
movie.
you guys know he never said that. He never said
Right.
that. Don't put words in his mouth.
Corey, spare us.
But before we go on, please don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Sorry about that. Please don't forget to follow us on YouTube. Smiling Software. Search for us. We are on Twitter at SmilingPod. on Instagram, smiling_sufferer. Please follow us. Please like our videos. And please spread the message. If you know, you know. Wale, please take us out.
Story or as outro.
Yes.
You even confused me with this whole Liam Neeson. Fuck Liam Neeson. And fuck all the rapists out there, man. I hope that guy does get.
Look, his
if
movies
it's
are all
real.
the same.
Who,
these
Liam
days.
Neeson? That's why he wants to sell now. He wants to come out with a different angle.
He's always
now.
looking to revenge.
Somebody even said that.
Anyway.
Don't you pray for your family? They're always getting taken. Anyways, closing song out there. It's by Mr. Eazi featuring Burna Boy. It's called "Miss You Bad."
Alright. I need to use the bathroom.
Did that come out?
I miss you, bad. We dey fight, don't mean say make we break up, oh. That is to say, baby, make we no give up.